Taste the biscuit.
What's this day on fresh shit?
You
got our day Wednesday, baby.
Does anyone ever say to you, sounds like someone has a case of the Mondays?
I believe you get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
You sure about that?
Set the boogie shit up.
You sure about that?
You're a real crumb bum. Get away from me.
My name is Bob.
You're a creep.
Oh, well, hello, fine shits.
Hoo-ha! Well, we're going to pump up the volume a little bit.
What's up?
Tis be the Nothing Funny show, program, thing, whatchamacall, whatever the hell you call it. We're here. And it's not, I was going to say half past the freckle and a quarter past my welcome, boys.
Hey.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
How y'all doing?
How are we all doing on this fine day of Wednesday?
Oh,
Welcome to Wayne's World. I'm your host, Wayne. This is Garth and the blonde hair.
party on!
I like
Party on, Wayne.
looking at Duke right now. I feel like you are the spitting image of the guy who decided to spell the word Wednesday with like wedness. Like, you know what? It's gonna be like WEDNES and then day, bro. It's gonna be like the most trickiest day of the week. It's Hump
Wow.
Day. I'm just
Way
saying.
to call me out, you fuck.
What's with the hair though? What's going on there?
Well,
What's going on there, hair?
I'm trying to take baby steps towards becoming a female, and
You're
this
getting
is
there.
the first step. See if this works. If this works out, then next week, going to a drag show, gonna do the drag thing. Then we'll see about my genitals. That's the third step.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This whole time I've been friends with you, I didn't know
You didn't know?
if you've had dick and balls or not. You're saying
Well,
you've had them?
Yeah, I mean they're there, kind of, but I've got more pheromones than I do testosterone.
Speaking of dick and balls, Cranston hanging out with us again as usual. What's up? I remember Cranston. He would tell me like that's what they used to call me at the bar. Old Cock and Balls is walking in. Here comes old Cock and Balls. How's your guys? What are you up to? What's been going on? How was your weekend? How was your 4th of July week? Digit check.
Good.
Digit check. Is anybody? We got all 10?
The digits.
Cranston. Oh fuck. Are you just doing the metal sign? Metal. That
He lost a middle and a ring finger, and it looks like all the other fingers on that.
that would be
On that
convenient too, right?
Got
Like
this one.
that'd be
This one I got one left.
that'd be a cool way
It could be
to
you just hold
This
your
one I
stump
got
up
two.
and
right, like especially if you were like a rock guy or a road rage guy. Like now you're fully equipped to always drive in the car. Like fuck you. It's like actually I'm just waving, but that's all I have is just one. I just have the middle finger. Like you're kind of like Chris Farley in Beverly Hills Ninja. Remember?
Yeah.
He's like fuck you, whatever he does. What I forget exactly what it is, but he's like waving the middle finger. Hey.
Yeah.
Like, thought it was a nice.
it's always more aggressive when somebody waves it around, right?
Fuck you, buddy. It's aggressive, or I also feel like they don't know if they really want to flick me off or not. Like I don't know exactly if this is the person I want to direct my fuck you energy towards, but I think so.
It's funny. Right before this, I went to grab some food, and there was a guy in front of me. I don't know if it was Tourette's. I don't know if he was giving me a signal or something, but he was all over the place. It could have been drugs.
Were
too,
you
but
wearing the wig?
He was going like, no wig, but
Okay.
he was just like, kind of like giving me signals, or I don't know if he was tweaking out. It was weird, and I had to go behind him like 20 miles an hour in a 40 because he was just. I didn't want to get shot or something.
Oh no, this guy was driving
My mom
a
will
car.
do that shit. She'll like randomly flip people off like for no reason.
Oh,
'cause
no,
she's like
that's
she's
bad.
disabled. She don't understand. Or we'll be like at a stoplight and just sitting there with the car next, and she and like flip
Oh
them
my!
off.
Then
and, like,
you got to deal with it. Yeah.
yeah, and then I got to sit there at the light, like be like, sorry, and then sit there at the light for another 5 minutes,
Awkward
like,
as
not
fuck.
saying a word or like whatever, you
It
know.
was her. It wasn't me. She's disabled. All right. Yeah.
So your guy flicking you off, Duke, he was actually driving a car. I thought you said you saw him in a restaurant, but this man was behind a motor vehicle.
I was on my way to the restaurant, and
boy.
driving back. I just didn't know. I couldn't get a read if it was drugs, if it was Tourette's, or if he was flicking me off. So I just was like, okay, we're going 20 in this 40 until I get around this guy. Yeah, or all three. You never know.
That's probably why. Hey-o!
All right, this is getting really itchy and hot. Fuck this.
It is
I'm going to be
hot.
a man one more night.
All right, fine. Go back.
Female tomorrow.
Like it almost, when you took that wig off for whatever reason, it almost looked like you had one of those nets on your hair, and that you had like eyeliner
falling
on.
apart.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, he really did take it to this level. I had no idea.
Falling apart, baby.
Falling apart. Well, we're not actually, because everyone has their all digits. It was a successful, as far as nobody. Okay, whoa, hold up.
Oh.
As far as anybody we know dying from fireworks and/or firecrackers, everyone's cool. Is there a word fire?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I didn't know if there's a firecracker for a white guy and a fire. For the
ninja.
For the other guys. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. That's my
fire
bad.
crotch.
Yeah, fire crotch. Right.
That's a thing.
Fire crotchers. Fire crotchers.
We're getting
maybe?
there.
Yeah.
We're getting word association.
Okay, I like free association. I'm having a good time with this. This is really good. This is really good.
4th of July, if you die, you're doing it wrong. The point is to live and only have like 2 fingers left. That's the way you do the shit.
Some people don't have a choice though. Like, some people like unintentionally die on 4th of July, and others, let's start with a little more uplifting, right? Because like we all think we had a good 4th of July. We're all sitting here being like, yeah, look, we got all our fingers. We're all we hung out with our families. We had a gay old time, right? No, you didn't. Because I will see your gay old time, and I will raise you. I will raise you one gentleman from the town of Key West. All right.
Yes.
Kind of a big deal.
This man's birthday is on July 4th. I mean, so how this guy is the definition of patriotism, right? I mean, you were born on July 4th. It's like you gotta. Not only is it my birthday, it's America's birthday.
Wasn't that Tom Cruise also born on the 4th of July?
Side question: is it kind of like having your birthday close to Christmas though? Because sometimes you get fucked, and they like, well, I got you a birthday and a Christmas gift in one, and you kind of get fucked over on that. They're like,
I got you some digits in a box because we celebrate America Day.
Everyone's like, yeah, oh, dude, we got you some fireworks for your birthday. Just go look over there at the stadium. It's like, weren't you going to do that anyway? He's like, well, I mean, kinda, but now it's your birthday. We're doing it for you too, bro. We love you, man.
That's right.
But this guy said, fuck fireworks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to the Keys. I don't even know if he lives there. Cranston, do you know if this guy lives there or not?
I don't remember.
He doesn't remember. I don't remember.
He lives in the Keys, but he doesn't live in Key West. Is what I think.
Gotcha.
I remember reading it.
He's not
if you guys know, Key West is the place to go fucking get crazy at.
It's the southernmost point.
Not only that, just like drinking and fucking crazy.
You could just say
this is pretty much just a regular day in Key West. Like for us, this is like interesting. But if you're in Key West, it's like they probably
always
seen this shit like 4 or 5 times already this year. It ain't,
yeah, like
fucking thing.
They look at the newspaper article of this guy and they kind of yawn while they're turning the page, like, what else? They lick their fingers to kind of flip through the classifieds. Don't worry about the news. Everyone steals a conch train. That happens kind of once a day here.
That's the 5th time this week somebody stole the conch train. Oh, the fuck.
Is that who's that guy? Come on, ride the train, conk and ride it. If you feel like stealing, come on, it's up to you to melt Mickey and Tanya. Wanna ride this train, right? Is that a song?
Hell yeah.
I think the best thing about it is that
Don't
he was
clip that,
picking
by
up
the way.
riders too. Like he stole the train, but then like when he'd get to the stops where people were supposed to get on, he would still stop and pick them up. Like,
Look at this fine, lovely piece of work.
I know, beautiful hair and everything.
I know. Nothing says I do lots of meth like spiky hair like that. Just like
he stuck his fingers into a fucking electrical socket.
And while smoking a meth pipe.
Yeah.
What's a great idea?
Logical next step.
So, as Cranston said, and as we were talking about, Key West police say this man told officers, "Today is my birthday," after being told he was under arrest for stealing a conch train. According to the arrest report, July 4th was indeed Jonathan Patrick Winslow. This guy's related to Carl Winslow from Family
What a
Matters.
weird three-name fucking full name. That's crazy.
It's like you didn't have to do. It's not like this guy just unalive the president. You didn't have to give him the serial killer treatment. You know, like Jonathan Patrick Winslow was wanted
Excuse
for
me. I am Jonathan Patrick Winslow. You be careful how you speak to me.
You've never heard of me? I am Jonathan Patrick
Carl
Winslow.
Based off of.
I didn't know, sir. My bad. I had no idea. It says it indeed July 4th was his birthday. He turned 57, and he also is facing 3 criminal charges after being accused of taking one of the famous vehicles on a meth-fueled joyride. So you got that right. The police get to the Wee-hoo! Y'all want to do some meth and take a conch ride? Get on board. The police
Pick 'em up.
The police go to 1802 Staples Ave just before 11:30 a.m. So nothing says meth like early morning criminal activity, right?
Right?
Like I feel like cocaine is like late night shenanigans. But meth always carries over into the next day. Like, it's like, yeah, I got in trouble at like 4:30 a.m., you know?
Yeah, I remember putting my foot in his couch.
Yeah, I'm not that crazy. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do something like that. Of course I did something like that. Okay, this happened, it happened at Big Torch Key, all right, where he left his Kia behind. So he goes on to say, I lost it. Got it. He goes on to say, police said an employee told officers that he had come into the depot, claimed he used to work for the company years ago, asked for a tour of the train. They said he then got into one of the vehicles and just drove off. He was like, deuces! Like, I'm out.
Kind of like Dukes of Hazzard. They're like chasing him, and you hear him go down the road.
Yeah.
I got it. Come on. Don't worry, I'm gonna pick everybody up. Come on, let's keep going.
They didn't mention.
He does a jump.
Yeah. You might be wondering how we got ourselves in this mess. You know how
Next
it pauses.
stop, Sloppy Joe's. Let's go.
So the guy who saw Jonathan Patrick Winslow steal the train, he didn't do anything about it because, quote, he left, Jonathan Patrick Winslow left the employee, quote, confused. Did I just see
That guy
a
was just smoking meth too, though.
Did I just see
What
a
is
guy?
he gonna do anyway? Like if he jumps on the train and starts
What do
driving?
you
on, what's
mean?
he
Maybe
gonna do, go run
alert
after
somebody?
him? I mean,
No, he doesn't gotta run after him, but maybe alert the authorities. Like this guy, he's like, did I just see a man on meth steal a conch
It's
train?
Key West, though.
Nah.
They don't do that shit.
That's what I'm
that
saying,
way.
though,
They just sit there and watch. They're just like, oh well, probably not the first time it's happened either.
I feel like I agree with you, but I would love for it to be like this. I would love for it to be like the employee sitting there and like this music's playing. He just sees like the meth guy like run by naked with his dick out, gets on the conch train and drives away. And the employee kind of sits there for a second. He's like, did I just see a guy on meth steal the conch train? And then he goes, no.
Smokes some more meth.
Yeah, he smokes his own meth. No. And he gets back to work, you know. Like, that's fine. That definitely did not just happen. It did. So much, in fact, that I guess he crashed or ended up picking up 2 random passengers and then kind of ditches the train. Like, I'm off this bitch. Yeah, like he jumps off. It's like a runaway train.
They get on there and they're like, wait, you're not the regular guy. Where's Earl? He's like, Earl's on vacation tonight.
Yeah. Earl, I unalive that son of a bitch. Woo! It's like, oh
wild card,
my
bitch.
God.
Woo!
Yeah, exactly.
Earl, he's halfway to Japan right now. He got a new job. He's gonna go do a gig for the monkeys.
So, I guess after he ditched the train, they found this guy at the southernmost point buoy, which is like, you know, the biggest tourist attraction. It's not a good place to hide out if you're trying to not be spotted.
Not at all.
Yeah.
It's the funny thing is it's on the like whole other part of the island from where the train depot is.
Yeah.
Too. So he took it and went from like one end of the island to the other. Like,
he really hauled ass down. He was like, well, you won't believe where I am. 90 miles away from Cuba.
Cuba.
Like, what? That's not a brag. They found him at the southernmost point. Police say he exhibited rapid speech and appeared excited. Oh my God, this is the best thing ever.
What are you talking about? I didn't take it.
Stop, I didn't take a train. Do I look like a guy who would take a train? Of course I didn't take a train. I would never take a train. I don't look like that guy.
Yeah,
I'm not that guy.
train.
I'm not that guy.
He's
Yeah, I would take a train.
he's probably like the guy who took the trains down there. You could probably still catch him. He went down that way.
Huh? What am I saying? Huh?
When he was told he was being faced with charges, he claimed merely, quote, that he borrowed the train. Oh, that train. I borrowed it. I was going to give it back. I borrowed it. It's fine. It's fine. And saying he used to work for the company, and then another kind of as a way to tell the police, like, it's fine. He said, today's my birthday. So, like, I used to work here. I borrowed it. It's my birthday. Everything's going to be fine, man.
You got to use that. You got to try the white privilege, man. You got to try every angle you can, and he still went to jail, so that sucks.
Cut to the handcuffs just being slammed on his wrists.
The employee said I could take it. He gave me the keys.
Yeah. He didn't stop me. He just sat there and said, nah.
I asked him if I could drive it. He said, yeah. What?
So when the guy gets to the prison, the corrections officers, they find a pipe in his pocket. And he's like, oh, no, that's a weed pipe.
It's my birthday. Come on.
It's my birthday. It's a July 4th weed pipe. It was no weed pipe.
Big dog.
Like, I love the way the article goes, because it says, it's a weed pipe, police said, Winslow exclaimed, and the next sentence is, it was not a weed pipe. They just snitch on him so quick.
Yeah. Bam, bam, bam.
Instead, it was a methamphetamine pipe. It's like, bro, we know what the bulb looks like and the regular weed bowl looks like. Like, we are the police.
Oh, that's that blue gas, man. That shit is some good weed. It's got them blue flakes on it. Crystallized.
He's been charged with burglary, grand theft auto, and possession of drug paraphernalia with a $60,000 bond. So if you feel like helping our boy out,
free my man.
Yeah, free Patrick, free Patrick.
Free Patrick.
I mean, that's a hell. Like, what a way to spend 4th of July. I'm almost jealous. Like, not of the arrest part, but like the part that comes before the arrest. Like, I want a free ride a conch train and Key West, pick up 2 people.
I bet you Cranston's been on it. Have you been on the conch train?
I haven't been on that one.
Okay, never mind. I thought he was like
I did the ghost
epitome
tours.
of Key West.
I did the ghost tours, which is out of the same station.
Yeah.
But they swap at night, and then they start running the other train or whatever.
All right.
Do we care about our armless firework friend?
I don't know about this. Did somebody lose their arm?
Are you kidding me?
Oh. You mean Stubbs?
Yeah. I don't know how else to transition into that, but
yeah.
How about this?
We have an old friend.
I think Cranston said it right. Cranston says, your fireworks aren't authentic unless you buy them from a guy that lost an arm. You don't even know how he lost an arm, but if he's selling you fireworks and there's -1 arm, you're like, this guy's got the good shit.
That's
yes,
the
please.
good shit.
Yes,
and
please.
Davie, Florida. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Lives out of a warehouse. You know you're getting some good shit.
I feel like everybody's gonna buy their shit from him, thinking that he lost the arm from fireworks, so he's got the good shit. But then somebody's gonna actually ask him, like, "You lost your arm from fireworks, right?" And he's like, "No. Next time your teacher tells you to keep your arm inside the bus windows, you do it."
Yeah. He's just like, fireworks? No, dude. I fucking gnawed that shit off one day when I was a homeless guy on the streets and I was hungry, bro. Fireworks? Nah. What?
Oh,
he just says some random
shout out
shit.
the Stubbs, man.
I hope everyone got their fireworks from a decent place. Like, how many people? What is the percentage you think? Maybe not those of us watching, but just in totality. How many people do you think for the 4th of July say to their significant other, "I got a guy"? You know what I mean? Like, as far as like good fireworks go, I got a guy. And
the men.
And the guy is always parked on grass with a van with the back open. It's like, it's
the
never
shadiest fucking van. It could be a rape van.
Guy I used to know, he used to get them from the fireworks stand, but the stuff that he was getting was like stuff on the side that was not what the fireworks guy was selling. He like
takes
special
you to the back part of
He had like special ordered stuff. Like he had something called a snake killer.
He had something called dynamite.
It's like he was called a snake killer, and it's like this round, like this big round ball, and you throw it.
Sounds like
has
whiskey.
a big flash, and like boom.
I need that. I
And,
need that in my life.
He was buying them like on the side from the. It wasn't something you could buy at the stand, but the guy would like special order it for him.
I got
it was. We drove through town one time, through the downtown, and he like took it, threw one out the car window, and everybody thought it was a drive-by. Like, crazy.
Damn.
Those things are crazy. I don't know how he was getting them, but
We had
you never found him again since then.
yeah, I've never heard of them other than that time.
We had the family
Get
friends.
this guy.
We had the family friends who had the firework tent they would set up, but because we knew them, he would kind of take his arm around us and be like, come with me to my van. And then that's where he would show you all the stuff he couldn't really legally sell. So we had that guy. That guy was always cool. I wonder how many people have that guy. It's like the same guy too, literally the same guy.
That's the problem. I haven't found my guy yet in Georgia.
You'll get there.
I had a guy in Florida, but you got to look around at all the worst places to find a guy.
Speaking of guys, we don't got to take this. Please keep that music on because this is only fitting. But speaking of guys, our guy, our GOAT, our man of the hour, he's back and he's reclaimed his 17th hot dog eating championship.
Oh, yeah.
Joey fucking Chestnut. Joey fucking Chestnut.
You know it's not a real sport, right?
Yes, how dare you? How dare you? This is, dude, if it's on ESPN, it's real, bro. If it's on ESPN, it's real.
I can't believe it's on fucking ESPN.
Come on, man. It's fucking, dude.
Sacrilegious.
He's won his 17th mustard belt, bro. How many mustard belts do you got?
I only have like 5 of them, man.
He knows how to chug a dick or two.
I only have one belt that I spilt mustard on that I call my mustard belt.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's it.
Right, man.
Yeah, that's what I got. That's what I got. 2 quick things I'd like to just mention about this article. We don't gotta linger on it that long at all. But obviously, Joey Chestnut is the GOAT, right? Last year he was not there because for some bullshit. Because if you remember, Nothing Funny did cover this, but he actually wanted to use Impossible hot dogs. He didn't want to use whatever hot dogs this tournament uses. So they didn't let him in the tournament. If you remember, I believe Netflix did a separate Joey Chestnut hot dog eating competition that he did with the Impossible dog, right? So now this year they kind of came to their senses and like, you know what, Joey, brother, champion, you're back in, okay? And like at the end of this, he's been out a year, right? So at the end of this, 2 things that I thought was kind of funny because he kind of gives this like post-fight interview vibe, and in
post-wiener eating.
Yeah, exactly. He says, and I quote, I feel like I let the fans down a little bit because almost every year our guy, Mr. Chestnut, he always goes for the record. And I think the record was like 76 hot dogs or something like that.
And what's the time period?
The time period, that's a great question. That's a fantastic question.
I mean, either way, that's fucking insane.
It says, famed competitive eater Joey Chestnut reclaimed the title Friday at Nathan's famous 4th of July hot dog eating contest after skipping last year, blah, blah, blah. Chestnut, 41, consumed 70½ hot dog and buns in 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Holy
10 minutes.
Shit.
That's
0.76 wieners per minute?
With a bun. It's not just the wiener,
no, that's
bro.
7.6 wieners per minute.
No condiments either. There's no ketchup and mustard.
Yeah, there's no girl like sucking all the condiments off before she hands it to you.
There's no girl deboning your wiener like that, just deboning it for you. But if you recall, which we probably don't, but in 2021, he did 76 hot dogs. So he came up shy of breaking his record, but he goes on to say...
This guy's not happy till he dies.
He's not happy. He says, I feel like I let the fans down a little bit. I heard people in the crowd saying, go for 72, because he stopped at 70½. Obviously, I'm always setting my goals high, but the hot dogs weren't cooperating for some reason. The buns felt larger today. Right? So
He's
I just
getting
wanted
old.
But I just wanted to point out, like, in actual sports, you have these instances where, like, you know what, I wasn't training my high jump properly, and I feel like that's where I kind of fell short. Or like football players, like, you know, like that, like there's always some technical thing. And Joey Chestnut's technical thing is like the buns were just a little larger.
Buns.
You know, it's kind of out of my control sometimes. Yeah, the buns are just, you know what, the buns are just a little big, little big for Chestnuts today, and I don't think I could have
The only
pulled
thing
the quite
that
off.
I learned from last year from you bringing this up was that he does eat it, but first he dips it in water, right?
Yeah,
Is that what
he does?
Is that the technique to
A
shrink
lot of
the
them do
bun
it.
and then eat and like get the stomach ready or whatever?
It's like a hack.
Yeah, it's not even necessarily to shrink the bun, but it is. You're right, but it's also just to kind of lube it up, like no bullshit, because there's no condiments on there, so it gets really dry. Like the bread will dry your mouth out real fucking fast, and you won't be able to. You know, you got to put 70 of these jokers down in 10 minutes. You know, and another thing that I thought was interesting is he says.
Did you watch this?
I didn't. I just saw the highlights. I'm a highlight reel guy, you know. He says, and this is where I was like, huh? I was Tim Allen. As soon as I found out I was coming, my body, it was easy to train. I love doing it and love pushing myself and beating the heck out of people. It's like, bro, number one, you're not beating, you're eating wieners, okay? You're not really. You know, when you say beating the heck out of people, you should say, like, I like winning competitions. Your choice of words there wasn't really the best.
Choice of words.
Yeah, you did beat them. But I was more taken aback by when he said, as soon as I found out I was coming. Like, you don't sign up. Did someone force you into this mess? You don't know, like, whatsoever that this year there's another hot dog. What? There's another hot dog eating contest this year?
Josh is going to be live on the scene for this hot take, baby.
Dude, next year I'll be there, dude.
He's going to have a shirt. Joey Chestnut is the GOAT.
He's going to take on the champ.
Chestnuts will choke me out, baby. He'll choke me out next year. Okay? Okay?
Hey-oh, that's my man. All right, he won again, and he didn't have Kobayashi this year.
No Kobayashi.
To go against?
Yep. Whoa.
He was there?
Whoa. Where'd you just pull that name out from?
Last year.
But how'd you know that?
Because last year you fucking talked about it.
Is someone Googling?
No, I'm not.
You just pulled out Kobayashi out of your ass.
That guy was the contender alongside Chestnut, right?
Dude, I don't know. I'm bowing to you. Like, if you remembered his name for a guy who doesn't like this segment, and you were actually abreast on all the information you needed to know by saying Kobayashi.
Against my will, yeah.
Yeah. Wow, this guy. All right, Duke, you surprise me every day, man. Surprise me every day.
Hey-oh, wieners. If it's wieners, I'm kind of paying attention.
If it's wieners, I'm in.
Wieners in the mouth.
So weird. Don't clip a lot of these things if you could. Just don't clip all these things out of context if you don't mind. Just don't do that. All right.
Okay, I got you.
No, just you or just anybody. You know, just I hope nobody ever clips all these things ever out of context because it wouldn't
we
sound
do have
good.
a couple haters that may take some things out of context, so you never know, man.
We do.
You never know.
Let's do a little soft tease. We got a few more July 4th things. Not
soft tease.
Not
Choice of words, Josh.
It's the inbred.
Little soft tease. Not to say that our. So we're kind of putting a few July 4th things together. We're going to talk about the floods real quick. We're going to touch on the Ozzy concerts that happened. But towards the end, Duke and myself have been mislabeled, which is hilarious, by the way. Wait till you see how we've been mislabeled. And you'll be like, huh? So look forward to that at the end of the show, towards the end of the show, before we get into some of the videos and stuff like that. But we do need to finish our July 4th stuff. I think we covered Joey Chestnuts, right? We're good with that fucking
Chestnuts.
That crazy bastard.
How about chin nuts?
Yeah,
that's
chin
just
nuts.
Dick in your mouth.
That's just dick in my Joey Dick in my mouth. I like that guy. Joey Chin Nuts, right? There you go. Joey Chin Nuts.
Yeah, a lot of depressing shit happened as well. I mean, not to bring the mood down, but I've been watching this weather. It's like crazy. It's crazy shite. Crazy shit.
Yeah. You know, There are things when we live in Florida that we don't have to worry about, especially in different parts of Florida, especially in Georgia, right? But there are other natural disasters we have to worry about. You know, Florida gets hurricanes. Georgia could get hit with some hurricanes. I believe Georgia can also, specific parts, can get hit with some pretty bad flooding, too.
Yep. Atlanta always gets very flooded and people lose their cars and shit. It's pretty bad, but nothing like the Texas and New Mexico floods last week. Actually, New Mexico was yesterday.
Yeah. It was all
Did you see the video of that? That was fucking wild. Houses floating down.
That house just getting dragged away.
Yeah.
It's
and again, it was a case of a lot of rain hitting and the water rising at a crazy rate to where you'd have to really know that shit was coming quickly and get the fuck out. So
I don't know how well you can see this. Let me see if I can pull this up on a full screen here, just so you can see this. So if this is a video captured this morning in Comfort, Texas, shows the sudden arrival of the flash flooding. And we got one more video that further illustrates, but just this first one is still as is. Like, who's fucking filming it? Bro, get off the bridge. Yeah. What are you doing?
That might be, I think it's like a camera in the back porch or something, right?
You think it's like a Ring camera?
Or like wildlife or something?
Maybe, or like a bridge camera.
Unless the cameraman's just standing there and watching everything happen.
It's fucking what's his face? It's Jim Cantori from the Weather Channel.
Yeah,
that guy.
Fucking asshole.
It's his brother.
Yeah, John Cantori.
His brother's the flood guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
The hurricane.
Jim's the fucking on-air guy, and John's the camera guy.
He has two brothers. He has one brother who's John, who does flooding, and then he has another brother named Bill, and Bill does fires.
Yeah.
The three of them.
Gotcha.
Together we are.
Shamrock made it, yeah.
Yeah. Together they're the natural disaster bros. Like, they have, like,
together they are the natural disaster.
The natural boys. Like in WWE, ECW, there were dudes called the Nasty Boys. You know, so you can kind of little play on that, like the natural boys.
They used to have the natural disasters in the WWF too.
Yeah, I think that was what was that? Earthquake and Typhoon.
Earthquake and Typhoon.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I remember those boys. I remember those big fellas. Speaking of natural disasters, let's check this flood out.
So this is the Texas one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of the videos we have of the Texas one. This is the sudden arrival of a flash flood in Texas. Say it again.
Do you know the river?
I don't know if this is the Guadalupe one or not. It
might
be.
Okay, gotcha.
It might be. But you can see it coming right there in the back. Can't control the audio, unfortunately.
You see that?
Wow. Look at all that shit coming right there, too.
Yep.
Holy fuck.
Yep.
And this is a person filming. The camera's moving a little bit. It's not like a ring. Like, this is an idiot. Wow.
The wife's like, hey, get out of there. What are you doing? I got to get this. I'm going to send it into Weather Channel.
Ooh, I'm uploading it right now to TikTok. It's so crazy.
That's wild.
Here's a better perspective. This is a time lapse. I believe this is
time lapse was crazy. Look at this.
This is the Guadalupe River. Let me go to our screen so we don't get got.
What did they say it was, like 20 feet? It went up or something.
Was it 20 minutes or 20 feet? It was like 25 feet in like 20 minutes or something like that. Let's go back. I need to start this over again. Look how far the water is down right now. Like, there are people standing right there. That's where they were standing, where my mouse is. And just look how much further it goes up. And what's funny is if you can see these this like caravan of vehicles, they all leave for a second and then they come back and they're like, fuck, it's even higher. Like, I don't know what they were thinking, but just watch it. Like, they all bounce out for a second. Look at that. They all leave. Right? And then like 10 minutes later, they come back and they're like, let's see. Oh, they didn't show the full video, but the same cars came back. That's so much water in 20 minutes.
So much water. You seen that? Oh my god.
And it's kind of I can't understand it. I can't visualize how something like that could happen because it's just so. I don't know how to put it.
You don't want to be down in the valley,
right?
During that type of shit, which they said that it happened in what was it, the 90s or something?
Well,
something like this happened.
You got this. I call this Duke Tidbits. It says that this river specifically, I believe, the Guadalupe Blanco River, experienced major floods in 1936, 1952, 1972, 73, 78, 87, 91, and 97.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while, and people, I guess, felt safe there, but shit, that's probably not a good place to be. You never know.
Says the flooding over the weekend evoked memories of disaster from 1987. The flood began as a storm in Mexico, moved across the border, hitting Kerr County. And, unfortunately, the 1987 flood also hit a summer camp, killing 10 teenagers at the Pot of Gold Christian camp. These Christian camps got to get the fuck out of this area because it's not working out for them. Whether it be 30 years apart or not, just not good, you know.
It's just not a good area to be. Yeah, it was really sad. A bunch of young girls and stuff, sisters they found with their hands interlocked and holding on for dear life, and just terrible.
Wild. That's wild. There's so if we're gonna get a little grim before we kind of get to all the craziness here, says a hero dad. Imagine this: your dad, your mom, hero dad leaves a heartbreaking voicemail to kids before dying in the Texas floods. So
I have one more question though.
Yeah, go for it.
Was it in the middle of the night?
It seems like it was very early morning.
It was about 5 in the morning.
Everybody was
sleeping.
I think it was before that because this story.
It got bad around between 5 and 7. Like that was when the bulk of it came.
Yeah.
So this story says this guy made a phone call before. I don't want to spoil it, but he made a phone call to people about 150 yards uphill from him to tell them to get out at 4:30, and they were able to get out and they survived. So some areas I think it hit obviously a lot sooner than 7. You know, it hit really like people were not expecting. But it says Jeff Ramsey. Let me actually pull this up so we can kind of see a little bit here. Hero dad. That's pretty wild. Jeff Ramsey, 61, insurance salesman, is still missing after the deadly torrent struck his Airstream camper at the RV park where he was staying with his wife. Once they realized, this is a quote, once they realized there was nothing they could do, my stepmom was on the phone with her mom while my dad made a call to me and my sister. We were asleep. He left us a message saying he was not going to make it and that he loved us so much, telling us goodbye.
Wow.
Yep. He called me once he realized there was no hope. It was a short voicemail. He just left me a voicemail. He said, buddy, I love you so much. It doesn't look like we're going to make it. Tell Rachel I love her. Jake recalled noting how unusual it was to hear his father sounding fearful. So you never heard this guy panic, but in this voicemail, he was panicking. And in the voicemail, the mom left, the stepmom left. There was actually sounds of rushing water in the background of her voicemail, and she was screaming, "We're dying, we're dying." So, but this is where the hero part comes in. Jeff also used some of his final moments before the water overtook him to warn Tanya, his wife, Tanya's brother, and her mother, who were staying at another cabin about 150 yards up from the river, of the impending danger, calling them at 4:30 that morning. And the son is quoted saying he rescued them because they would have slept in and they would have been washed away. That cabin was destroyed completely underwater. He saved them. He saved their lives. So
that's great, man. So
he made that call.
Good news out of all of this. As of right now, I think they said 160. No, 100. A little more than 100. Is that how many are dead or missing?
I don't know. I think that was the last one that I saw. It keeps going up.
It keeps going up. Yeah. So there's still like 160 people not accounted for, and there's already at least 110 that died. So pretty shitty.
So it is unfortunate. They did find Tanya's body. They found the mom's body. They have not found Jeff's body yet. Jeff and Tanya did have a dog with them. Chloe was found alive, so that's kind of like this like silver lining. The dog was found at some shelter. But here's the craziness. I believe this is very akin to the floods that happened in North Carolina, maybe just a little over a year ago.
Asheville, that was the one I was talking about earlier.
It reminds me of that very much, yeah.
When the son was going through the dad's computer, kind of just going through shit, he noticed that a text message was sent from the state. Literally, he's saying as they were probably floating away.
Oh.
So he's seeing this, like, so the system, the same thing happened in Asheville. People got the text message after shit hit the fan.
Thanks a lot. That really is helpful now. Oh.
I just picture
water.
Jeff, like he's lazy rivering down this fucking rising river, right? And his phone finally rings and he gets the text and he's like, oh, isn't
it ironic?
He's like, oh, now I understand what's going on. Like, I didn't know before, I was unaware that it was flooding while I was being carried away in said flood. But now that I got this beautiful text message, I'm like, oh, I got it now. There's a flood. Okay.
They're claiming that they put the warnings out before the river rose and all that stuff, but it was the middle of the night and some people were sleeping, and then I think they were saying there was some issue with something on the local end for the local messages out, but the National Weather Service is defending that they put out the warnings ahead of time anyway.
Well, and then you got to hope that people are not only getting them and they're awake, but they're going to take it seriously.
Well, more specifically for the camp, they actually, in 2017, they voted, they did not secure enough votes for a warning system. So in 2017,
that's probably what I'm talking about.
Yeah, in 2017, so there was no.
Was it a money?
It was only word of mouth. It was only word of mouth. Yeah. What's weird is typical politician. These fucking assholes were like, well, the taxpayers didn't want to pay for it. Oh, really? They didn't. That's funny because usually you don't give a fuck what the taxpayers want to pay for. You just pass it regardless. Now you're like, well, the taxpayers didn't want it.
If it's not going in their pockets, they don't give a shit.
And just because the National Weather Service says they issued them in advance, who knows if that's really true? I mean, I would assume that they did, but you can't just take their word for it. You need to actually see proof.
You're saying that there was trust politicians and.
What's crazy?
They're saying that they had ads for that there was vacancies for a manager responsible for issuing warnings and coordinating with local emergency management officials. Like that was a job that was open that they were advertising.
Right. What's crazy is this area where this camp is. This area is literally known as Flash Flood Alley. Like it's literally called Flash Flood. Like why don't you have better technology for something known as a place that has flash floods? Doesn't make any sense. But it says Kerr County, home to around 50,000 people, had looked into installing sirens, river gauges, and other modern communication tools along the waterway in 2017, but ultimately decided against it, the New York Times reported. Quote, we can do all the water level monitoring we want to, but if we don't get that information to the public in a timely way, then this whole thing is not worth it. But the county, which has an annual budget of around $67 million, lost out on a bid to secure a $1 million grant to fund the project in 2017. $1 million. They have a budget of $67 million.
Yeah.
They claim to care about their people. They claim to be good, God-fearing people in this area where there are Christian camps. And yet, for whatever reason, they can't. The churches can't come together and secure $1 million for a warning system.
Really, the churches?
I'm just saying,
shit either.
but they're supposed to be good faith and help the public. Nobody wants to come forward, and it's just very hypocritical,
very selfish,
contradictory.
But that's what I was talking about earlier, because the National Weather Service is saying they did put out the stuff, but these other places they didn't because they couldn't. It never got approved or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
some political bullshit.
Although, I was saying earlier, I think some of this stuff happens because people are building in areas that they shouldn't be building in. In here in Florida, we've had a lot of this kind of shit going on lately, especially in Fort Lauderdale, and it's always in the same areas because it's
and they keep rebuilding it. And
because
it happens
developers got greedy and started building in parts of the swamp that was supposed to be swamp, and it doesn't drain right. And so when it starts raining like that, these people's houses all get flooded because they never should have built a fucking house there in the first place. You know?
Our apologies for getting a little deep.
This made me rethink living in the mountains now. I've always had the dream of doing that, but you don't want to be in the valley. You don't want to be near a river, which is what I'm learning now from all these disasters.
Our apologies for getting a little deep with the story. Not as deep as the floods got, but we got a little deep. We got a little deep.
Yeah, it's sad though, man, and it's scary. So gotta cover it.
I just want to know who we can blame for all this. You know, that's kind of where I'm left. I want to know who I can. I want to know who I can point the finger at. Who I can wave my middle finger.
Okay, I've already been clear about this. It's 100% Joe Biden. Okay, he's seeding the clouds. He's doing, I don't know what the fuck all shit that he's doing, but he's, whatever it is, it's Biden who did this shit. All right.
You ask.
Well, Cranston, I'll tell you, Governor George Abbott, he's got something to tell you. You want to blame somebody? He's got someone to tell you. He's got something to tell you. Okay.
You ask, I'm going to use your words. Who's to blame? Know this. That's the word choice of losers. Let me explain.
Literally, he's like, oh, you want to point blame on somebody? Loser. Only losers point blame. Stupid.
Hey, man, gaslighting works in this era, so fuck it.
And mind you, this might look kind of bad for Governor George Abbott, and I don't mean to do this whatsoever, but does he not realize that maybe a few months earlier, Trump blames incompetent Governor Newsom for the dead? Like, George Abbott just said, whoever blames someone is a loser.
And he just did it.
And Trump, about 6 months ago, was like, I blame Governor Newsom for the wildfires. So does Abbott now think Trump's a loser? What's going on? I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. Tell me now. Do you think he does?
Gaslighting works.
Isn't it funny, though? Like, these same people who, when the wildfires did occur and they happened, a lot of people on the right were like, Newsom's fault. Like everyone. Like everyone you could think of was like, this guy, he didn't act in time. He didn't do what he could. Stupid. And now you got somebody on the right who is experiencing their own natural disasters. Like, listen, we can't really blame anybody.
Just the blame
okay.
game.
If you do blame people, you're kind of like a loser. It's like, oh, that's funny. Because like 6 months ago, you were blaming fucking Newsom for the wildfire. So which is it? Can we have a little consistency?
Bullshit,
that's all we want.
As usual.
That's all the people want. Or that's all like the rational people want is consistency. The people who are their political parties, their religion, they don't give a fuck about consistency. They just want to see their side win.
They just want the heat off of them. That's all it is. Like, oh, hey, you're saying that I'm to blame? Well, that's loser talk. Just talk about something else.
Okay, like Abbott's like, listen, the blame game is for losers, except when President Trump did it about 6 months ago. Other than that, you're all losers.
No, he's just hoping that nobody remembers that.
Yeah, that's his caveat.
When it's the other side, you blame them, and when it's your side, you don't blame them. That's how a lot of this shit works.
Typical American politics, baby.
But there's no like, if I'm ever in that situation, I wouldn't want that to happen to me. There's no ever foresight like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, fuck you.
It's always,
You're wrong.
It's always, we can't afford this, we can't afford that. Oh shit, that happened? Oh, well, it's got to be the Democrats or whatever, like, side. There's no accountability, and it drives me nuts. It's not just the Republicans. I'm just saying in general, there's no accountability.
What, do you got a steering wheel in your pants? It drives me nuts. Huh? Yeah, man.
And fucking, it's annoying. And this FEMA thing is going to be a disaster for the upcoming hurricane season. I don't know how that's going to shake down, but we'll see. We're tossing the dice and we're seeing what happens.
We are.
Good luck, Florida.
We are. As we move on, what we did the floods. You want to do?
We got the geriatric metal guy.
The
He's
geriatric
retired.
metal
That's
guy.
it.
That's another guy who had fun during the 4th of July. I guess.
Yeah.
Like, is it fun or is it sad for him? What do you think?
It was a little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
You know, everybody paid homage to their hero, and Ozzy tried to get up there and sing, and it sounded like he had advanced Parkinson's, which he does. So
I believe the Spaniards say horrible. Is that correct?
Horrible.
Horrible.
No, but you can't blame him. I mean, he's trying, and you know his condition. So there was a lot of good performances. Everybody covered one Black Sabbath song and did 2 originals, which was cool. And they had a drum off, and Jason Momoa got in the pit. So it was a lot of cool shit.
Yeah, those are the kind of videos that I kind of would like to see, like Jason Momoa get in the pit.
Yeah, like Pantera was about to play.
Do you want to see that video?
Walk or something, if you want to. But he was the host, so Jason Momoa was the host.
Okay.
He's, as you guys know, a big metal fan. So in the middle of his hosting duties, he's like, Pantera's coming on. He's like, hold on. He talks to the singer, Phil, and he's like, hey, just hold on. Let me get in the pit first, and then you guys can play.
It is a
people got selfies with him and got to mosh with Jason Momoa.
Bro,
so
it's a ballsy move for somebody of his stature to just kind of go in the
though.
when you're not really. When you're like meaning
He's not?
you're surrounded by thousands of people. It doesn't matter how big you are. If people want to mob you, they're gonna,
that's true.
They're gonna mob you. You're not like an actual superhero where you can just like go and like
it was
100
more
people
of like a love fest, honestly. I didn't see anybody doing anything.
Right,
like,
but when a lot of people are rushing you, whether it's a love fest or not, they're unintentionally crowding you. Some shit could accidentally happen. And he kind of goes in there right there. He just hops in the pit, or hops in the crowd rather. And is he the one who starts the circle pit? I think
Probably,
literally
man.
this guy's the one who starts the circle pit.
I've seen him at like the Metallica concerts, at other concerts. He gets right in there, man.
That's so
He's not
badass.
afraid. He starts the shit.
I have a new respect for Jason. Like I was what do you call it? I was
He's a
neutral.
bass player too, by the way.
I was new. Yes. That I actually he went down a peg in my book because he was too good. So I did not like that. I was like, you know what? I don't like you as much as I thought I did. But he kind of redeemed himself. Now he's just a step.
Totally redeemed yourself.
He's a peg or two back above neutral. Because, I wasn't. Do you hate or love him? Or are you just kind of indifferent on Jason Momoa?
He's all right. He's not like a great actor, but I guess women think he's hot, so he gets like every role. So I don't know.
Women
he
and
seems like a decent guy.
Are you playing Pantera?
Yeah.
Is that the song he was?
Yep.
But he fucking started it. That's a lot of people.
That's Cowboys from Hell, actually.
Little. That's awesome. Good for Jason Momoa.
So a bunch of people got selfies with him and videos, and he was with the people. Pretty cool.
But like that's what I'm saying. Like while you're doing the circle pit, like it's very Jason Momoa heavy. Because everyone is surrounding him in the pit.
Right.
It's kind of like tailing off. It's kind of like a shooting star as it goes around the pit. Like it has a tail because everyone's grouped up by Jason as he goes around. And it's kind of slowly tuckering out as it goes.
And then he's like, hold on, okay, their set's over. I got to get back to the stage. Come on. I got to go, guys.
Oh, shit. I'm a real boy. Do we care about the drum off or anything like that? The drum off was kind of cool.
No, I mean, you guys can watch it on your own time. I watched all of it and whatever. I can just tell you, but that's it.
You did have breaking news,
main
though.
Thing, huh?
You did have breaking news because Sharon Osbourne did hint.
Right.
She hinted that there was a band who was kicked off because they wanted a little extra dough for themselves because this whole thing went to
I don't know how
Parkinson's.
it worked, if anybody got any
Nobody
money.
got money.
Or if it went straight to the charities.
Yep.
So there was a band, and Sharon's like, I'm going to let the event happen.
Hang on, ready?
And the band that wanted $3 million instead of playing for free for charity was Motley Crue.
Really?
Fucking Vince Neil is like, you better come up with that $3 million. And Sharon's like, Ozzy, he wants $3 million.
Ozzy, he wants money, Ozzy. How much money does he want? 55.
People were guessing Megadeth and Iron Maiden because Bruce Dickinson's a dick, and so is Dave Mustaine, but I guess Vince Neil's a prick too, so.
Ozzy, you'll never believe this. Ozzy, it was Motley Crue, Ozzy. Huh? Sharon, I can't hear you.
Who the fuck is Motley Crue?
Yeah, who the fuck is Motley Crue? I don't got no mops here, Sharon. Ozzy, it's a band, Ozzy. They're going to play before you, but they wanted money for and not give it to charity, Ozzy.
Yeah.
We don't need any more terrible vocals. We already had Axl Rose doing his Mickey Mouse shit on there.
Yeah.
Fucking horrible.
What do you think of that? Let's play that him singing out of tune? Like what else could you expect though, brother?
It's in tune. It's just
you said it was a
Mickey
half
Mouse.
step down.
No, oh, you mean Ozzy?
Yeah.
Not Axel. Okay. Yeah, like he can't even hit the notes anymore, man. It's sad.
How old is he? 102?
76
Oh,
plus
70.
a lot of Parkinson's.
Yeah, but what's that in Parkinson year? Parkinson / cocaine years, though. Oh, this is
Crowd singing it, right?
Bernie.
So they're actually playing for you music nerds out
It's
there.
kind of hard
the
to
band
hear.
is playing a half step up, and he is singing a half step down. I don't know if it's intentional, but
It's
totally
kind of hard to
off.
hear on this computer. I heard it a lot better when I just listened to it through my phone. But for whatever
And
reason,
I
all the
noticed
bass
that
is
his
taken over.
guitarist was singing for him a lot of times when he realized he couldn't hit the notes.
Who's
and
the
crowd is
guitarist?
helping a lot. So
Do you know who the guitarist
what it
was?
Yeah, Zach Wild was
No.
like filling in.
Who was the guy that was crushing all the guitar solos?
Oh, that's Nuno Betancourt from the
Yeah.
band Extreme.
Extreme, right? I was so like, I know he's a great guitar player, but
He's great.
what more than words? It's like that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Their biggest song is a ballad, but
Yeah.
if you listen to their other shit, it's like hair metal.
You have to
Great
do,
guitarist, man.
Yeah, he did like, as far as I've heard, flawless Randy Rhoads
Yeah.
solos, and he did it both for Ozzy and Black Sabbath.
He's been doing this since the early 80s, man. Like, it's just that his band kind of, I don't know, didn't stand the test of time. You know what I mean? Except for More Than Words.
Ozzy, do you mind if we have Nuno Betancourt play for you, Ozzy? Who? Is that the guy that sings the More Than Words song? That gay shit? No, Ozzy, he's a good guitar player, Ozzy, I swear.
I swear.
I swear.
Okay.
Well,
all right.
they earned, what did they do? They raised like 200 million for Parkinson's and
Damn.
child hospitals.
Did they really?
Yes, so that includes the live stream money and the ticket sales. So there you go. Instead of going in fucking Vince Neil's pocket, goes to the sick kids and goes to Parkinson's research. So
I feel like Vince Neil is bad at negotiations because all he knows is one number. Like, how much do you want? 55. He just goes 55. It's like thousand, hundred.
They're like, do you want it? They're like, well, you want to be in this free concert? And he's like, sure, $3 million.
sure,
We'll do
free.
it.
He's like Dr. Evil. I'll do it for $1 million.
Dollars.
And how much does this free concert pay?
Yeah.
And you know what's the worst thing is live. He doesn't even sing live. He's been called out for backing for fake vocals, like he's lip syncing up there because his voice is so bad.
Well, that's why he needed the $3 million.
I know, he needs
set
that
up
$3
the
million.
fucking player to.
Oh
the
man!
vocals
But don't
for
ask
him.
me. I'm not a big Motley Crue fan. I never have been. So
I feel like Gary Coleman's girlfriend might need about $3 million for a new lawyer coming up. Because
Oh,
do you
shit.
see that fucking shit going around the
Yeah, man.
YouTubes, the internets? Oh
yeah,
boy.
there was a whole documentary. Did you watch that, Cranston? The documentary.
I
about
haven't
it?
watched it, but I know
I
what
did.
it's called Gary, and it's on Peacock,
good.
right? That's the
It's
one.
really
you're
good,
talking
but
about.
the whole time they kind of are like, okay, so you saw that he fell down in the kitchen and you did nothing. You started calling people,
So
and
can-
you let him bleed out, and
Can you
Why do you-
refresh for me, like for someone who does not know, not necessarily how Gary Coleman died, but what scrutiny she's under? Can you kind of
well,
give the
before-
backstory?
It starts before the death, because he married her. They were married for like maybe a year. I think it was a year, maybe from like 2007 to 2008, something like that. And they were always fighting,
Yeah,
and they were always like
publicly, yeah.
attacking each other and getting into it. And
you know she whooped his ass because he's a little guy. She's like
Right.
double his size.
Hell
so
yeah.
they got divorced.
Punted
but
him.
after they got divorced, they still like lived together. Like they got back together and lived together after getting divorced. But there was one point that Gary got a restraining order against her, and it was for like I got it written down some, but he was fighting with her and shit, and so he like never he had the restraining order, and then he just like ignored it and never gave it to her, and like they got back
Cranston,
together.
is it true that when Gary Coleman presented the girlfriend with the restraining order, she said, "What you talk about, Coleman?" Is that true? Okay.
That is true. I can attest to that.
Heard.
Right. So
I didn't mean to cut you off.
and so then like apparently he fell or something. They said like that he fell down the stairs or some kind of shit like that. And she found him laying there all bloody and called 911, and the operator was telling her to like put pressure on the wound, and she was telling him,
walked away.
He said, "No, I can't do that. There's too much blood.
Right.
I can't drive him to the hospital. I can't put pressure on the wound."
She kept saying it was gross or something. I don't want to get blood on me or something crazy. Like,
so
she obviously didn't give a shit.
Okay, but is there? A lot of people don't like gore. A lot of people don't like blood. Is there? And before we get to the lie detector part, as far as her not wanting to be around the blood, you know, is there any? Do you feel like you're saying right now that can't be like the truth at all? If you love somebody, you're gonna be bloody and you're gonna stop.
It's just fishy, and it's one of many fishy things over the years.
That I know. I'm just asking
him.
I get that.
Even in the documentary, the way she speaks about him is somebody that's very distant and mean to him, and she's always like, I don't know, isolating herself from him and abusing him.
Here's a quote from her.
I'm just trying to take it
about
step by step. I'm just trying to take it step by step and just like, is there any benefit of the doubt that in that moment that could be a true statement? I'm just asking.
No, there is benefit of the doubt. That's the thing. That's why she's not in jail.
Like,
but
in at least
people
that
are looking
moment.
at it and they're like,
and not wanting to touch blood and not wanting to touch a wound, you're kind of grossed out, you're freaked out. I can kind of give her that, is all I'm saying.
And I believe that she called the cops and then walked away or something and just was like watching TV or doing something weird instead of staying with him and like, okay, the cops are coming. She did, I forget what it was, but I got to rewatch the documentary. But she was just very cold.
This is a quote from her from the documentary about their fighting. Like before he fell, was I slapped him a couple of times, nothing major, nothing like a red flag. People smack each other, they hit each other. People do it. If you deny it, you're crazy. And then what's this? He had kicked her out of the house, and he was getting the restraining order, and she moved back into his home without his consent while he was already in the hospital for some other fight or something. And Gary Coleman said she's shown a tendency to damage, destroy, and steal my property, and I believe she will continue to do so in my absence and while she is trespassing in my home. I believe if she is given any warning of this pending restraining order to require her to immediately vacate the home, she will cause more damage and destroy more irreplaceable memorabilia, documents, personal papers, and other such valuables. He was granted the restraining order February 19th, 2010, but he never served it to her, and then she moved back into his house. This is in February, and then he fell and died on the 28th of May, like 3 months later.
Yeah, it's just weird shit. There's no exact evidence, but everybody agrees that after watching the documentary and looking at their relationship over the years, that something was weird.
Well, after she refused to like give him any aid or whatever, and he went to the hospital. Eventually, she was the one who gave the order to pull the plug on him.
Right, and she didn't wait.
He had like medical paperwork that said not to pull the plug on him or some kind of thing like that.
And she told them to pull the plug, right?
He probably had like what's that, like he didn't have a DNR or do not resuscitate.
No, what he said was that if he was ever in that kind of situation, he wanted them to wait 2 weeks. And she didn't wait 2 weeks. She just gave the order to
so
pull
how
the
did
plug.
they override? Like, did they not have his statement on that? Like, how did they override his wishes?
I think
with her?
because the spouse has the right or something.
I guess she must.
Even if you have it like in your will or something like that.
It wouldn't be a will. It's
It was
or
not
a
an
living will. It
proposal.
could be a living will.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you could write. That's how
Either
people
way,
have.
she
That's how you get
told
DNRs
them
and stuff like that.
She like overwrote it somehow, and
That's
that's
crazy.
another fishy thing. And there's just shit over the years, and it's starting to kind of add up. And then what happened? She had a lie detector recently, huh?
What prompted the lie detector test? Do we know?
Probably the documentary and everybody seeing.
I think
how
it was
crazy
some
she is.
show on like A&E or something that she was going to be on.
Well, no, yeah.
Really?
The lie detector test is from the A&E show, but I'm just curious as to. Okay, I guess the better question is, Duke, how old is that documentary you watched? Rather,
Like 2-3 years.
okay, so maybe like you said, the documentary.
And it wasn't just the documentary
led
because
to
many years of people speculating and saying she probably she killed him, but there just was no
right.
evidence.
But many years people have been speculating, but that never
Right.
led to her taking
Everybody
a lie
that was
detector
friends
test.
with Gary Coleman, he
Right.
had to push away because of her, and they didn't like how she was treating him and how he acted around her, and he would say cryptic things like, "This lady's going to be the death of me," or I don't trust her," or some shit like that.
All his friends said there was something was weird about the whole thing, and there was more questions than answers. And then there was also an issue of who he left all his money to, because he left all his money to some other girl who was like his ex girlfriend or something, and not to her. And she kept trying to come up with this like handwritten will and saying that it was his will and trying to get his money from the court, but she didn't. And the court
It's pretty
didn't end up
obvious
giving-
that she was a gold digger, like by everything that she said publicly and in
So-
interviews.
for years, what, 15 years, she's been taking heat for this. She never got charged. She never got in trouble for it, but everybody kind of like points the finger at her and saying that she did it.
It sounds like the documentary was the catalyst, though. It does sound
It
like that
definitely
kind of
helped,
sparked
yeah.
it to people like being a little more inquisitive, because he kind of went
It was
unknown
crazy
for a little
the
bit.
shit she said on that, like openly admitting some weird treatment, like things that she thought or the way she treated him was very strange.
So
Not loving
They
at all.
said that the lie detector said that she had not been completely honest with
We'll get there.
them during the
get
polygraph test, and that they were certain that there was more to the story that hasn't been told. And according to Psychology Today, lie
We'll get
detector
there.
tests are approximately 87%
All
accurate.
all right, cool, fantastic. Okay, and also too, as far as lie detectors, since you did that, I asked Chat GPT. I had this ready to go when we got to the point, but you beat me to it. Supporters of the lie detector test claim about 80 to 90% accuracy. Independent scientific reviews, like from the National Academy of Sciences, say the accuracy is closer to 60 to 70%. A lot of people talk about false positives and false negatives. So the lie detector test is literally anywhere between about 90% accurate to about 60% accurate as far as a broad amount of these studies go.
Well, I'm just curious that at this point, now that she failed the lie detector, is there a statute of limitations for a murder case?
No.
This
No?
isn't
Usually
an,
murder,
this isn't
no,
an
it's
investigation, though. This is just like
So this
they're just
may,
doing
yeah,
it.
but that may
Right.
spark one now that,
maybe.
but I doubt it. They're like, oh, it's a little person. It doesn't count.
So
I
Like a
doubt
doctor or
it
something.
because she's already kind of been cleared on it. But these days you never know these days.
Cold case files.
Man, I wish I remembered the case of that guy. I forget exactly. It was a Netflix documentary, and he goes into the bathroom. He's like, I killed him, and he forgot he had his fucking
Right.
mic on, and he walks
And
in the
that-
bathroom and he starts
Yep.
to say to himself, I killed him, they'll never know. And didn't that lead to him being reconvicted or something like that? So
Yep.
you don't
I
know
remember
sometimes how this shit plays out. So I guess this
Takes
clip.
different strokes to rule the world. It's got the special
I guess this
kind
clip
of
is part
story.
of the 2-hour premiere of A&E's Lie Detector. That's the name of the show, Lie Detector: Truth or Deception, where ex-FBI agent and polygraph pro George Olivio tells Shannon she flunked 2 of his key questions, with results indicating to some levels of deception. And as the video will show, it says she stayed cool as a cucumber, though, so much so that George repeats his findings and asked if she has anything to say. Her response, calmly calling his results false. So let's watch the video real quick. It's only about a minute long. I don't know how much detail we get in this minute, but we'll see. We shall see.
We should definitely trust this lady.
And we should definitely trust, you know, a lie detector with its broad range of detecting lies or not. Like a lie detector test is not high in the ranking of like a court. Here you go. The lie, you know, it's not. It's definitely above.
Because you could be nervous.
It's above witness testimony, which is like the lowest. Like just hearing someone else say something. It's above that for sure. But
there's nothing conclusive here yet.
You can't prove or disprove it, but it's very suspicious. The entire history leading up to it, because we know for a fact that they would fight, and that she admits that she used to hit him. She's a lot bigger than him. He had a restraining order 3 months prior. She moved back into his house.
Exactly. All that's more so like
everything that adds up.
All
to,
that is more like the tell, though.
It doesn't mean like she could be totally innocent. It's just
all the stuff before the lie detector.
To ask these questions.
All the stuff before the lie detector test is more so pointing fingers at her, and the lie detector test gives everyone else. They're like, see. Kind of, you know what I mean? Like, it's not the lie detector test.
No, maybe he did. Maybe he fell or something. But it's just like it's odd to say the least.
It feels like a lot of people do know, and all the information we've had leading up to right before the lie detector test, people had their suspicions, and it's not like even if she failed it. I think the same people would still be like, well, and they would be citing how inconsistent the lie detector test is.
None of this is conclusive. But
even if she had
just
passed
another
the lie
fishy thing to
detector,
add.
No, but
even if she had passed it and it was like a no margin of error, like whatever the regular margin of errors, everybody would have said, she fooled the test.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying though. Like, what is consistent is what led up to the test. So fuck the lie detector test. All the information, like Cranston's been talking about, you've been talking about, all that information seems to be more indicative of guilt than the lie detector test. Like, all of it seems fishy.
Very fishy.
And then the lie detector
odd to me that she
is like the cherry on top.
She said she found him in a pool of blood, and she quoted on the 911 tape.
And then she went.
I really don't know what happened. So she's just hanging out in the house.
Yeah.
And she just walks in the other room.
Ew, blood.
He's just laying there in a pool of blood. So I have no idea how this could have happened.
Yeah, she motorboated the blood.
You have no idea. You're there in the house with them, and you just walked in the could somebody in your house like fall and be bloodied on the floor, and you just walk in the living room and see him? I had no idea this happened. How long you been laying here? Like, it's odd. That's the whole thing. And then her pulling the plug, it's almost like she didn't want him to recover and be able to say that she fucking threw him down the stairs or some.
By the way, that was called.
And then the handwritten will, it's almost like she was.
But like sometimes too, Cranston. Sometimes we see what we want to like. Sometimes
I know
we see what we want to see because remember, no, you're not. I'm just bringing up an example because in this example, I think you are more right than a lot of us. But in the Gene Hackman and his girlfriend death thing, a lot of us were seeing what we wanted to see in that moment and be like, hey, it kind of looks a little suspicious, Right.
That was just a weird case,
come to find out, she died before he did.
Yeah.
People were thinking like he died and then she kind of freaked, or I don't know. I don't remember exactly, but when the actual story came out, she died like weeks before he did or something like that. Or vice versa. I forget now. I don't know who died first. If anybody can look that up real quick. I think she died first or he died. I don't fucking remember. But in that instance, there was a lot of back and forth as did she kill him? Did he kill her? Accidents or not, people were kind of formulating their own opinions. And I feel this is somewhat equivalent to that, where like people are kind of putting things, they're fitting their own puzzle pieces into things that may or may not fit yet. But that lie detector test really feels like it corroborates everyone's suspicions for the past 15 years about if she was guilty or not.
Right.
Or
roll the tape, Chuck.
It's looked suspect for years. To me, before even hearing this, I've thought for years that she did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm saying, and then when you hear that lie detector test, you're like, ha! Guilty, bitch!
And they're like, we can't do anything about it. Oh, well.
Yeah. It's been too long.
Yep.
These are the results on the critical questions.
Correct. The exam had to do with Gary's fatal fall.
Okay.
I asked you the following relevant questions on this test. Did you physically cause Gary's fall? You answered no.
Right.
I also asked you, did you physically cause Gary to fall that day? And you answered no. And the results are...
You are not the father.
I know, I'm thinking that the whole time. You are not the midget's father.
You failed that exam. With deception.
Who's this guy? Did she start dating like a grown-up Gary Coleman now? Like a full-size Coleman?
Exam.
I got myself a I got myself a full-size Coleman.
That's Willis.
Yeah. What you talking about, Willis?
Willis is always there.
Is that Willis?
No, it's not.
That'd be sick if it was.
Todd Bridges.
That'd be sick if it was.
What she lied about,
like
Willis?
He's like the only one still alive from that show, huh?
And he was the biggest cokehead, yeah.
I know, isn't that funny? And he's like the only one that's still here. All the rest of them are dead.
Now Coleman has to ask her, "What you gagging on, Willis?" Or no, wait a minute. Are you gagging on Willis? I fucked it up. Okay, let's keep playing. Where's my car crash?
Let me say that again. You failed the exam regarding Gary's fall. What are your thoughts?
That's false.
There's two things I know for sure, Shannon. One, you were not completely honest with me yesterday during this polygraph session. And two, the other thing I know that's 100% certain is that there is more to this story that hasn't been told.
This guy's thrown out percentages.
Just to bring it up a bit. You know?
For 100%. I know 152%.
Yeah, he's just adding percentages in there.
This guy's a fucking mathematician. I know 2,347% positive that you did not tell me the full story yesterday.
He's on that Joey Greco from Cheaters logic right there.
Yeah,
he's got that math.
Joey Greco logic. We can call it toilet paper math. I don't know if you guys know Scott Steiner. Scott Steiner math is all over the place. Like, it's just, it's perfect math. Perfect math.
She kicked Gary like she was kicking a field goal.
Yeah.
That's what the chat says.
Poor little guy. You could tell though, like in all of his last interviews, he was
do you
very
think she licked
angry
her,
at everybody.
Do you think she licked her finger, kind of like felt the wind, like which way is the wind blowing? Kind of like she lined his ass up, like he's kind of at the top of the stairs. She steps up to him, but then does the 3 steps back like a good kicker does.
I just think
feels the wind and just fucking goes for it.
I just think of the scene in Death Becomes Her when he pushes was it Meryl Streep or Goldie Hawn off the stairs, and then the bitch won't die, and it's like Gary Coleman, just die already.
Yeah.
He wasn't dying, and she's like, okay, well, maybe if I let him bleed out, he'll die. Still didn't die. Had to go to the hospital. He's still hanging around. Okay, no, pull the plug.
Yeah. Or she's committed to like the falling bit, so she drags him back up the stairs one more time and then shoves him again.
How did you fall again?
Yeah.
You're so clumsy.
Gary, you clumsy klutz. You're silly. You should stop doing that. You might break your neck.
It's like Charlie Brown when Lucy's holding the football.
Was that a black
joke?
joke?
Back to kick it, and then she like pulls the football away, and he falls on his head. It's like she does that, and he falls on his head. And she's like, "What'd you do?"
Oh, you blockhead! But she just calls him a crackhead.
Happened.
Oh, you crackhead!
The whole thing is the whole backstory to it is very.
You should watch the documentary, Josh.
Yeah,
if you don't know,
I kind of want to watch it now. I never even heard about it before today.
And it's weird that, and even in this, why would she sign up for the lie detector? And why would she?
What do you mean? Because A&E said
the show
money,
is trying to get views, and the show knows the backstory of it just like we do, and they could do a test, and they know that they can make her look bad, and they could get hype on it.
But
so
it's possibly
in
incriminating her. I mean, that's kind of a risk she's taken, but she likes money, so.
Has she ever been charged for his death before? So there's no double jeopardy thing, right?
That's the thing. I think she was cleared. So
she was cleared.
Yeah, but was she charged?
But cleared doesn't mean that she didn't do it. Like we saw that with
There's
OJ.
just no evidence.
OJ was
cleared doesn't mean you were charged though. Was she charged?
Guilty.
It's hard to prove that somebody pushed you rather.
She could have been a
fell.
suspect, and then they cleared her of a suspect. But if she was never charged, they can still charge her. Being considered a suspect.
They could charge her if they want. If they had evidence.
If she was never charged formally for the crime, and it doesn't mean nothing.
Lie detector isn't evidence, so that's all they have. They don't have any proof that she pushed him. So
that's the thing.
Yeah.
She was there. It was the two of them there, and his word and her word, and he's dead and never got to tell anybody. Right. And she's the only witness, unless they found something in the house.
What you not talking about, Willis?
You can't prove it.
Yeah.
Well, that was another. Somebody's joking. They say he's already so close to the ground. They thought she was 6 feet under. Wasn't
you guys are horrible.
But one of the things that I was reading was saying, like, because he was so like small that he was like, it was kind of like that he's already close to the ground, so that if he fell, he might not have got hurt so bad. I don't know.
It's like it's kind of like
that would be I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of like opposite that Creed song, right? Hold me now. I'm 3 feet from the ground, and I'm thinking 3 feet really isn't that far down. I'm actually I'm gonna jump down and be all right. And the song's over. It's like a 30-second song at that point.
In that documentary, all of his close friends, from what I'm reading, all of his close friends and whoever, they all like nobody liked her. Everybody is like looks at her like she was funky with him. Something was fucked up.
Close in what way? Like close in height or close in distance?
Yes.
Good answer. Yes. All of the above. Yes.
Okay.
I used to love that show, man.
Me too.
Even just a few years ago, like when the COVID lockdowns were going on, I watched the whole fucking thing. I watched every season of that shit.
Yep.
Yeah, I used to love that show.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Talk about Willis?
Never seen it. Never saw one episode.
Never watched it?
I never saw one episode.
You should check out one episode, see what you think of it.
I tell you what, brother, man, I made it about 40 years without seeing any different strokes. I think I can go another 40 without seeing it again. Yeah.
Come on, give it a shot.
I might do it ironically one day
and watch one episode.
Well, okay. Do we have a favorite
30
episode?
Minutes of your life.
Do we have
you want to do this right now?
I just want to know, if I got really high and were to watch one episode of Different Strokes, is there a specific episode? Is it that memorable?
The one
it's
where
consistent. I don't know.
The one where he met the drug dealer, where the guy was trying to sell him drugs.
Really?
A good one.
Okay. Yeah, start with that one.
So there's a drug dealer episode? Like, does it teach a lesson?
It always has a lesson at the end. Yeah. You know how those sitcoms are written. And it's always the white savior, his adopted white father that, like, tells him the advice at the end. He's
don't smoke crack.
Don't feel so bad.
Smoke
blah,
weed.
Blah, blah, blah.
Conrad Bain, yeah.
Right.
If you ever watch it, the earlier
he just gives him cocaine instead of crack because crack is like the poor people drug. He's like, don't smoke crack. Do cocaine, the white people drug.
Yeah, it's a rich white guy that adopts 2 black kids. And they live along with his. Is that his real daughter, or did he adopt her?
It's his real daughter.
How dare you do crack in my house? You know we only do cocaine here.
And she was she turned into a big drug addict too after that.
That's the one.
She ended up dying from an OD or something.
That's
Dana
the one
Plato.
that went on the Howard Stern show, and they claim that she was roasted so bad, Howard grilled her so bad, that she killed herself the next day. So they're kind of blaming Howard Stern on her
I
death.
never heard that.
About whose death?
Dana Delaney.
Plato.
Dana Plato. If you listen to the Howard Stern episode before, a night or two before.
What, is she fucking malleable or something?
Yeah.
Basically what it is the show they were child stars. Well, Gary he looks like a child, but he was really older because he had that kidney disease or whatever. But
Andy Milonakis.
Willis and the daughter and child stars. And they had all this money, and it's the 80s, and what do they do with their money? They turn into teenagers. They drugs, So
naturally,
coke, and meth, and whatever.
Bro, if I was rich in my teenage years, I would be dead. Like, no doubt about it. The only reason why I'm not dead is because I couldn't buy enough drugs to overdose. Like, because I was broke. You know what I mean? Like,
And that's
literally.
a lot of these people. You know, there's a lot of that shit.
And I didn't have drug dealers that trusted me enough to front me that amount of drugs. Like, bro, you're broke. I'm not giving you that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, these rich people could get that. Like, yo, let me get about a week's worth, and once I get paid, I got you. Like, okay, no problem, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that's how that works, literally. So I'm only alive because I'm broke, which is odd, you know, for America.
She had a real tragic downfall because she was real good and she just went downhill with the drugs, and then she quit getting acting jobs and she was working at like some fast food place or something, and she just went downhill bad.
Howard wrote her about her being
ended up
promiscuous.
killing herself,
He was making
overdosing.
fun of her being promiscuous and doing drugs and being a whore or whatever.
Is this Dana Plato?
Yes. Yeah. So
You
the
know-
theory is that she felt embarrassed on the world stage.
You ever gotten the Play-Doh jars and you kind of push your thumb and it goes...
Oh my God.
That's probably what her queefs sound like.
Onward we
Nothing?
go.
Nothing, nobody?
I don't want to be on different strokes all night.
You guys are all like I feel like you guys really got bummed out by Dana Plato. I didn't know Dana Plato would bring this show to a screeching halt, but boy, did Dana Plato really bum you guys out.
Actually, Gary Coleman did.
No, literally, as soon as you talk about Dana Plato and making any Dana Plato jokes, it was like, it's too soon, man.
No, not that.
She's
It's
R.I.P.,
just-
bro.
I wish I had a timer like bzzz. Okay, it's been like 20 minutes and we're still talking about
Dana Play no.
That's why I wanted to do it. I thought it was a good topic. There was a lot of backstory.
It's good.
Thought it was
But
worth
just
it.
everybody watch the documentary so inform your own opinion.
And watch Different Strokes. Probably
Yeah,
on
you gotta watch
Amazon
one episode.
Prime.
That's your homework.
Watch the earlier stuff is better. Watch the
By the way,
earlier
while we're
seasons.
doing this, while I'm giving him an assignment, are there any shows that I need to watch? Do you guys have a
lot of
recommendation?
shows. Yeah. You've probably seen everything though.
I would say we should
You got, like,
maybe
all the
brush
streaming
up on Netflix Poop Cruise.
Oh, see, there's a documentary I did not see. That's on my
That's-
list, though.
If you watch it, I'll watch it, and next week we can kind of talk about it because it's
I did,
a
however,
crazy
watch
fucking thing.
the Titan one. Well, almost all of it. I thought that was pretty interesting. The Titan submersive.
Yep. Yeah, it's
So I will add that to my list, to my queue, if you will.
I will watch the Titan one if you want me to. Titan, I did not see it. I just know about it.
Yeah.
About it. Do you want to get into us before we start to play some videos? I don't know if we'll get into pranks, guess what happens next, or the people of the talk this time around. But do you want to get into real quick us being mislabeled?
Yes, I would like to get into some personal shit.
That's
fucking inbred.
Yeah, goddamn
That's me,
inbred
baby.
some bitches.
That's me, the inbred.
Now, Duke, I know you're a big Elon Musk fan.
Huge.
What?
Huge. I love him.
Huge.
I love his balls, but he went off the deep end, I have to say, lately.
You know, we saw some Jehovah's Witnesses at the park one day, and I told my mom that their name was Elon Musk, and she walks up and goes, "Hello, Elon Musk."
Damn, you're pulling pranks with your mom. That's fucking.
If they're like, if I see him there again, I'm gonna tell her that, and I'm gonna record it. It'll be fun.
Okay, there you go. There's
And
your
like,
new
every
prank.
time she sees him, she says, "Look, that's Elon Musk over there." Like,
Oh my god.
You're pranking your mom. You're like, ha ha ha. That's hilarious. I love that. Like, what better way to like kind of, you know, it's a
Soften the
situation you're in. Exactly. What better way to lighten the mood than to be like, you know what? I'm gonna prank you. You're probably not even gonna remember that I'm pranking you.
Yeah.
You know, this is gonna be brilliant. So well played. Well played.
So yeah,
Duke,
I
what
started a
happened here?
post that was supposed to be a joke.
A post that was posted.
Do you have the post of mine?
I don't know if he share the
Okay.
post.
So no, my post started this, and it was just like, the Department of Justice has said that picture with Trump and Epstein was actually, that was Biden the whole time. It was just like a joke. So this guy chimes in with, "Oh yeah, well Elon started the AI company Dodge," and I was like, not sure if that
So
was
you
a
didn't
joke.
you didn't mention Elon at all in your original post?
No, not at all. So then he said that weird thing about Dodge, Dodge, and I'm like, I think you're thinking of Doge. And actually, Elon's been critical of Trump as of late. I don't know if you kept up on it.
Dude, you were
blew his
fucking
lid.
dick sucking Elon Musk right there, bro. Actually, Elon has actually been critical of Donald Trump.
Yeah,
so-
because I don't know where he was going with the Dodge thing. Was that a joke? Is it funny? I don't know what it was. So I'm like, blah, blah, blah. I'm not a fan of him, but this is what I heard, and this is what's going on. And this guy's just blasphemy.
Actually, Elon Musk is a good guy. I don't know if you know this, but he's a good dude.
He's starting his own political party, and he's saying that we need a party for the people. Yeah. I know,
So he writes this. Elon wrote an AI program called Dodge, and you like just you said, you explained to him, no, sir, it's Doge and blah 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 blah, and then he got so butthurt that he screenshotted this interaction and made his own post,
which was weird. He
So
took it to the next level.
Dude, everything
Screenshotted me,
about this
tagged
dude
me.
is weird, man. Like I looked at his page.
I
he's
did notice
fucking
the profile
weird.
pic was weird.
Dude, like every post on his page, he's got posts where he's like tagging the FBI and tagging the police department, talking about Nazis, and then he like has a picture of him with his shirt off, like tagged on this
Chubby.
FBI post, and
Yeah.
it's like every single post on his page, running his mouth, tagging the FBI, and then him with his shirt off. Like he ain't never wear a fucking shirt.
That's a nice tease because we have some of those pictures coming up. We have him freaking out about his parents being groomed by Nazis, him being naked, and him calling out the FBI. It's all fantastic. But Duke, he accuses you, the guy who made a horrible
I even
joke.
gave him the disclaimer that I'm not a big Elon fan. I'm just saying that this happened.
So you did mention Elon.
Well, in my comments, yes. Eventually.
Oh, but not in
I
the
was
main
like,
post.
because I didn't know how to respond to the Dodge. What is he talking about with the Dodge?
Right.
Where
and he's
did
like,
you
it was
find
a
this
joke.
guy?
I don't know. I guess I just added him a while back, and I've never had an interaction with him.
Oh, like a random friend request.
I thought it was like a film guy, so I've been adding a lot of film people lately.
Duke was like, "Yo, are you Democrat?" He's like, "Yep." He's like, "We're in. We're in."
No, I have no idea what he was. So
Fellow Dem?
yeah.
Yep. Okay, we're in. We're in. So
Yeah.
he accuses you of having cognitive dissonance.
He thinks that I'm an Elon dick sucker to the point where everything Elon does is perfect and there's no criticism.
Yeah,
of him.
because he has a
bad.
bad joke set up punchline. That means you have no sense of humor and you're an inbred Dukes of mental
He's right
illness.
about the first part. I didn't catch the humor because is that a joke? I've never.
No, you didn't catch the humor because there was none.
Right.
There was no humor
what
to
was
catch.
that?
Yeah, it was nothing.
Dodge.
It was a
Dodge
horrible
because he added a G.
It was a
funny?
statement. It was an inaccurate statement is all it was, and that's why you corrected him. There was not a hint of facetiousness or of sarcasm, of deadpan
I
at
didn't
all.
know what to do with it.
He's like,
I was
Elon
like,
wrote an AI program called Dodge. It's like, what? No, dude, no, it's
Okay.
not. Like they use people, and
It's
it's,
funny
Doge.
because for the first couple hours, I just let it sit there, and I was like,
you let it sizzle.
I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna respond. I don't know what he's talking about. Whatever.
Leave it
But I'm glad I
alone.
did because now I got him rid of my fucking.
Yeah, because now he got so mad that he called you out that you have cognitive dissonance, you have a mental illness of a sociopathic, sorry, are an inbred social loser. Please keep commenting so the world can understand your inbred puns pointed out. That was his words, not mine. Not funny. Little shout out to Nothing Funny. Not funny, serious,
Doesn't know
right?
about that.
You are not a comedian, but artist? Let's talk, LOL. I'll laugh. Ha ha at you. Go ahead, talk whatever you want. Be detailed so people will know how inbred you are.
Yeah,
Damn.
meanwhile, the inbred calling an inbred.
Yeah, like talk
But
about
when you look
talk
at
about
his
projection.
page, this is what he does with everybody. Like he
Cranston
has
found
all
a lot
these
of good
people-
intel on
Yeah,
this,
he's
yeah.
calling everybody inbred, and like everybody is getting a post. It'll be a post just like that, except instead of saying Duke Stevenson, it'll be like he'll tag the FBI, you know, and
Screenshot.
like shit like that, and he'll call the FBI inbreds and fucking then tag himself with his shirt off, like, you know, like,
yeah, it's
weird.
odd.
Like, I'm afraid of the guy. I think he's probably we're
That's
on a
why I
government
blocked him
watch list
immediately.
now.
I'm like, I don't want any part of this weird shit. I don't know where this is going. I don't want to find out where it's going.
Like, so this is on his post. He calls you. He says you're South African, and he tells you to go home to daddy.
I already knew that.
Yeah.
I already knew Duke was.
You just look at
I
Duke.
need to
you know
get
he's
that
South
accent
African.
back, though.
And this moron on his page is like, I know how you feel. Society doesn't know what a joke is anymore. Like, this guy's like consoling with him. Like,
yeah,
all
when
right.
the joke is fucking terrible and non-existent.
No,
it's
there
hard
was
to-
no joke. That's why. And that there
he is.
There he
There's
is.
our boy.
There's Joey Hooker, whatever is Jay Hooker, whatever his name
Jay
is.
Hooker.
Look at him. Look at those eyes. Those eyes right there are like someone.
These eyes.
Dude, he
Yeah.
looks like fucking the dude from Silence of the Lambs who keeps the people in the fucking
Yeah.
well or whatever.
Bill.
Like, yeah, that's who he like. He looks just like him. He never wears a shirt like him. He's got the same haircut. Like, this is like if Buffalo Bill was.
You're
like,
freaking me out with
around
that
in
zoom in.
2025.
Those are the
He's gonna
eyes.
find me in my dreams.
Those are the eyes of a guy who's
Oh, he's
who's
definitely
inbred.
like outside
Something's
your
up.
house right now. He's probably looking in
Oh,
the
shit.
window right now.
Those eyes right there stem from a
have
brother and
nightmares.
sister having coitus. You know, like he was born out of brother and sister love making. Those are that eyes. Those eyes tell you I've been to too much. I've seen too much. I am part of too much. Now I will project my life onto you. Everyone is now inbred because I am inbred. I, Jay Hook, am the inbred dictator. I will dictate to all of you who is inbred and who is not. Jay Hook.
Well, there's been an update. Duke has been murdered.
Jay Hook is
in
no
his
longer
house.
living.
Jay Hook has found his residence.
Oh, no.
Come in, called him an inbred as he fired 10 shots into his chest.
Okay, here's another thing of what Krantz was talking about. He starts to, Jay Hook goes on about his parents. Let's see if we can pull that up. Come on.
Ooh.
Now. Don't be
You
silly.
found some good shit. I saw the profile pic and I'm like, block? Fuck this. That was enough for me.
Okay, I think that's the second one. I'm sorry. Hang on one second. Let me pull up the first pic.
I just every post that he's got, I'm like, where's your shirt at?
Inbred,
Like, what the?
yeah.
Where's the shirt at? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Every post, like he don't even own a shirt. Like,
Tagging the FBI and shit. That's ballsy.
and it's a lot of them. It's not just like one FBI. There's like a whole bunch tagging the FBI. Then he's tagging the police department in some town in Illinois, telling them they're Nazis and all this shit.
Wow,
like, and
what
there's
the
a lot
fuck?
of them.
See, this guy doesn't know how the algorithm works because what you do is you make your post first, you write some words, and then you do the tag. You start off with the tag. Nobody, Facebook just throws it right down the algorithm. You're not going to see that shit. But like you said, look at,
Buffalo Bill, that's his fucking name.
he
You were talking about.
tagged the village of Plainfield government, Plainfield Police Department, Plainfield Patch, Will County Sheriff's Office. He just tagged all these people, and he goes on to say, I'm tired of my parents being groomed by a racist township of inbred Nazis. Loves inbred. Trying to cover up their wealthy inbred Nazi alliances and rid people who will not stay silent so their town can continue to abuse people via torture of silencing victims. This guy's just rambling.
So he's a Jewish guy that has been persecuted and he hates Nazis and he thinks I'm a Nazi because I said something good about Elon. Gotcha.
My entire family is suspect to white-collar criminals. What are you talking about, bro?
Fucking crazy, man. We found a good one.
We did. This guy's great. You hooked yourself a good one. So he's going to say...
he hooked me. Jay Hook.
Oh, and he wants the FBI to call him today. Call me today for your free tarot reading.
Call
There's his
now.
phone number, man. I'm gonna prank call him and see if he
Oh
answers.
shit.
Listen, this is a public profile. This is out there. So this is not illegal. Like, hey, we maybe can't call him on the show live, but we can definitely make some phone calls.
Why not?
Because we got to, if he picks
Just
up, we do
call him
got to
and be
tell
like,
him
"Hey,
you're
this
live on
is
show.
Duke."
We got to say, hey, this is nothing funny news. We'd like to get a few statements. That's all we got to tell him.
Do you remember that inbred Elon dick sucker?
Fuck yeah, I do.
Fucking Duke.
Hell yeah, I do. You just be like, okay.
Well, anyways, Josh had a similar situation on the other side of the spectrum. He was called a libtard.
Oh yeah, I was literally called a libtard. Duke, Cranston, has anybody ever called me a libtard before? That's like very far from anyone's vernacular of what I am. And like,
so these people got us totally wrong.
Yeah.
But hey,
we got flipped.
Good old internet.
You know, let me see if I can pull mine up here.
I should prank call him and act like I'm the feds, like be like, hey, we got your post, we want to investigate.
Thank you for tagging us 500 times. We really appreciate looking into all this stuff that didn't happen and it was all in your head.
I am just pulling up the thumbnail. Hang on 1 second, because I want to show you the thumbnail and then get into this. All right.
So should call him and say I'm Detective John Kimball.
I'm a cop, you idiot.
I'm a cop, you idiot. I'm Don Kimball.
Stop it.
You should call him with the Arnold soundboard and play that.
You got to be quick with that. You got to practice a little bit. Yeah.
I used to do them. I got one where I used a Mr. T soundboard and I ordered a pizza. And it took a while, but like it ended up getting ordered.
Fuck you, all right, asshole. Check it out. So,
fuck you, asshole.
There was such a triggering that occurred that I made this man's thumbnail. And if you look at the title, look at my face.
You started it though, right?
I mean, he kind of started. I'm trying to make that same face. How did this start?
That's when Josh is deep in the sauce and he's got something to say and he's gonna let you know what he said.
Oh, it's not even sauce, bro. This is just fun. There is no sauce required for this type of content. But the idea that I'm called a libtard, two libtards lose their mind over this guy. This is somebody that Eli, I guess, has been going back and forth with.
Oh God.
And it's part of like
drama.
the Creek Squad, Crack Squad. I'm not really abreast on the whole thing. But I don't know how they started going back and forth with it. But Eli approached me. He's like, "Hey, you want to start the show off with this?" And like before he could finish his words, I was like, "Yep." Like I love me a good drama thing. So I really went balls to the wall. Like I made a song. Like I said, I made a thumbnail on him, and we did some deep dives. And one of the deep dives led us to playing a video of him saying the N-word, right? And
very liberally, like,
well, like
it wasn't an ER, but he used it as if he had the pass.
But what you're missing here is what started him saying it is essentially he doubles down, because we on our show last night are playing the video of him saying the N-word, and that's what you hear kind of in the background. He says it, and then he's like, what's the big deal? No.
I say it to the guys at work.
I say it to a black Jamaican. I say, what? I'm sure that guy doesn't want you saying that, but
yeah,
I understand that. So, like, if you listen right at the beginning, you hear him in the background, because what he's doing is he's reacting to our video, which is us reacting to his video. So that's why it's kind of low. It's like reactionception, but I think this is a good. If you didn't follow it yesterday, this is just a good analogy of who this guy is. Oh, it is.
See, unlike he...
You need to just work in general, nigga. Like, stop.
So you heard him just say it? Like, that was... Yeah. We just played him, that recording of him saying that.
No, that was you saying that.
Yeah, of Josh saying that. Well, don't confuse the people, because then they're not going to understand the whole thing here.
We're all canceled.
You need to just work in general, nigga. Like, stop. You sound stupid.
Yeah, because that's so racist, guys. I sounded so racist just now. That was so racist. So racist.
Play it over again. Say it again. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I mean, I can say it if you want me. If you let me on the stream, I would just say, this nigga, why you niggas being crazy? Why you guys acting like a bunch of bitches? Why you crying?
All right.
Oh, poor guy. Eminem says it. It's okay. Ryan Upchurch says it. It's okay. Everybody else says it. It's okay. But if a guy like me that has no sort of fear to say something, I say it to the black dudes at work,
bro. He's got no fear.
I work with a dude from Jamaica.
Baby.
He's got no fear, bro. He says it to the Jamaican at work.
Fear to say something. I say it to the black dudes at work, bro. I work with a dude from Jamaica, and I'm always like, this nigga, what's up, nigga? And he's like, what's up, nigga? Like, every day, bro. Like whether or not you like that, that's up to you. But it is what it is. Like you might not have to like it, but that doesn't mean you have to call me racist. That's the most liberal fucking take in the world. Did that sound racist to you, nigga?
Unlike he who would just make a baseless, complete lie of a claim and then
things up right here, right now.
Samson Simpson, I stand by my story.
I don't know if he
from
finishes.
Jamaica.
I don't have the full thing here, but he's like, that's actually more racist to say only one certain group can say the word. That's actually racist.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? What are you talking
Good luck
about,
with that mountain, that hill that you're gonna die on.
Oh, it's great. It's great. Like after we're done doing the stream, I have he doesn't live in my mind, but like I know he's seething about what we did the other day because like of his reaction videos. So we're just kind of waiting in the wind. If he wants to make any more content about it, then we'll pounce. But
shit.
Steph Richards here looking for the midgets. We had the midgets last week. Steph Richard, you missed the midgets.
We might have to replay that video just for him.
Midgets on here, and you weren't here, man.
You missed it,
Might
Steph.
have to replay that one for him.
There.
Which one was that? The lady at the bar?
Yes.
It was that, yeah.
And look, I'm still.
We just talked about Gary Coleman. You just missed midget talk.
He's like in, around, and near the midgets, but never right when we're talking about them.
Yeah, Stiffy. Listen, buddy, you're on the periphery of midge talk, but you're never. You gotta get on our level of midget. You're just like.
I feel like he really
atmosphere.
is a midget himself, and that's why he's always never here when we're talking about midgets. And then after we're done talking about, he shows up like, "Where's the midgets at?" Like he's a midget. It's obvious.
Hey, that's not a bad theory.
Hopefully
Let's
we're
get
not
the lie detector.
Hopefully we're not mislabeling him either. Hopefully, maybe he's not a midget. Maybe he's a full person. That's our bad.
So to wrap this up, though, this is never going to end. Now you guys are just gaslighting each other, and it's just going to go on and on and on and on.
It will end. And I don't know how it will end, but this guy, he really does talk big of himself. He's like, yo, you come out here, I'll beat all your asses. Like, he's kind of that guy. He talks really big behind the thing. But what I think his big MO is striking channels. So that's how he'll go and he'll strike your, but what he'll do is he'll react to your shit and he'll cry if you strike his shit. And by the way, us stuck, nothing funny. We'll never strike anybody using our content. That's fucking pussy shit. So you don't got to worry about that. But that's what he does, and that's what a lot of people do who don't want their, who don't want to be kind of poked fun of and made fun at. They'll find the videos, they'll find the people reacting to them, and they'll strike them. So.
And I strike you down with great vengeance. Furious anger. Yeah.
All right.
What a lihu seher.
Any videos you want? I think we're gonna skip people of the talk this week because we've.
Do you want to do that again? We kind of already did that.
No, I mean that's good, buddy. I hate to break it to you. That's gonna be a reoccurring thing because like
every episode.
We literally just said we're not doing it this episode.
Okay, do it. Go.
No, we're not doing it this episode. I don't think we need to. But like, it's a reoccurring bit because there's just so plentiful. TikTok is just so fucking. Crazy that we'll just every now and again people of the talk.
So videos, you got any videos, guys?
Honestly, I don't. I'm
videos
tapped,
of the
but
week.
You guys tell me. You tell me.
You should play that one I posted about fucking Austria.
Fucking Austria.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I posted it just like before we went on tonight because apparently. There was a town in Austria called.
Oh, here it is.
Fucking.
Is it from? Right. Is it from anything?
Austria, but then they changed.
Is it from anything?
In 2021, they changed the name to Fugging because they got tired of everybody calling it fucking. Like.
Oh, so it really was.
It's a real.
Fucking.
This is.
And then.
It's been around for a bit. This video. It's hilarious. I don't know. Is it a skit or is it from anything? I don't want to get copyrighted.
It's not from anything that I'm aware of. I don't know if it's a skit or not. It's kind of like.
Is it presented as like a news report or is it like?
It's kind of like a documentary where he's like, welcome. This is fucking Austria. These are the fucking people that live here. Like. These are where they dig their holes for their fucking garden and like.
Remember the Beavis and Butthead like the damn joke. You can take all the damn pictures you want.
Right.
It's
kind of like that. Like it's just this documentary talking about fucking. Oh, this is their fucking school, and this is their fucking garden. But
he talks to kids.
It's well done.
Kids are like,
done well.
This is the fucking town. Like, like they're all like, everyone just uses fucking so, what's the word? So like, willy nilly, all good. Everything's good with fucking. There's a better word for that. I just don't have it.
It's a very versatile word. If you notice, it can be an adverb, an adjective, a verb, a noun. Fuck is a good one, and fucking and fucked, and all of them.
I had to look it up because after I saw it, I was like, "There's no way this could have really been the place's name," but like, no, it really was. And then
That's
in
funny,
2021, they changed it to fucking.
Hey, I don't blame them, but that doesn't make it much better. It's so close that the joke lives on.
All right, I zoomed in a little bit so we can see a little better. Let's go, Lego.
Beautiful village situated on the doorstep of the Austrian Alps. The villagers I've
Where are you going? Fucking Austria?
spoken to all share the
What? You say something, or is that the TV? All right.
same love for fucking. Fucking may be enjoyed in various angles. Straightforward, from behind, standing up, or lying down. And last but not least, it's very enjoyable in the air. Historically, fucking was mostly popular amongst men, but during the 20th century, women have also come to love fucking. One of the reasons being the growing of fruits and vegetables, such as bananas, cucumbers, and perhaps corn.
Wait a minute.
I see what he did.
Those are shaped like penises.
Behold the fucking church. Of course, Catholic, with the priest currently away taking up a missionary position in Congo. Here we have the fucking school, where the fucking children learn everything there is to know about fucking. Ihr geht's in der Schule?
Ja, zusammen.
Zusammen. I must say, I more and more enjoy fucking children. They are really polite. And
YouTube does not like context, so they are not going to take that one kindly.
so innocent. Sehr schön. And this is the special fucking farm, where if you spend enough, you can rent your very own fucking horse. Oh, look at the black one. Such a stallion. Beautiful animals. And here, a woman who prefers fucking outside with the family dog. And I was lucky enough to meet the town mayor, commonly known as the motherfucker. If you're looking for the deepest fucking experience, I recommend this hole right here. Start with putting 2 fingers in. If possible, use your entire fist. In summertime, you can actually go elbow deep. It is a bit dirty, and it smells quite peculiar, but afterwards you'll reap the rewards of feeling this fantastic fucking soil. And that was all the fucking we had time for, but make sure you'll stay tuned also next week when we'll be visiting Sakatik, a rural village in the Czech Republic. This has been Nikolai Ram reporting for NRK. Bye-bye.
That wasn't just good, that was fucking good, you know?
Hell yeah.
Nice. I love wordplay, so that right there, that gets my dick hard. A little wordplay, I'm like, all right, game on.
I thought it was a good one.
Just end on that at that point.
I saw it right before the show tonight.
God damn it, Jen, you're not allowed to sleep. She just woke up and joined the stream. She missed the whole damn show.
Fucking slackers, man.
Good thing you can check the replay.
Dedicated enough.
Speaking of fucking, how about
welcome.
How about you never verse your dad in a rap battle? This is why you don't verse your dad in a rap
I
battle.
purposely didn't watch this one so I could be surprised in real time.
Notice my segue, and that's all I'll say.
Yeah. That was a good one.
My name is Kenny. I'm from Mississippi, but I'm in New Jersey City. Who can knock me out? Not you, Shea Biggie.
Who can knock me out? Not you.
Shea Biggie. That was not.
And everybody
that
freaks
good
out.
for them to freak out.
Fuck, burn.
Will Smith needs to get these kind of fans to go crazy because he's not looking too good. lately.
Just you wait. Will Smith about to slap the shit out this kid. verbally, not physically.
Now the dad, though.
Ready?
We got to hear his rebuttal.
Will Smith about to take Jaden some real heavy shit. Here we go.
Let him get his mind right. Go Asher. All right, bro. You got something too. Hold it down. Oh. Oh. Hold it down. 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 Hold it Yo, check it. Oh, he gonna talk about whooping you.
He said, "Yo, check it."
He gonna talk about whooping you.
He's gonna talk about whooping you. He snuck that in real quick. That was great. He's gonna be whooping you.
Good enough that's when we get back to the crib. Listen, stop showing out for your friends. Last time I was in Mississippi, I was there dropping bombs. Ooh, I remember putting you to bed early so I could dig up in your mouth.
Hey-o.
He said, "Last time I was in Mississippi, I was dropping bombs. I remember I put you to bed early so I could
dig in your moms.
dig up on your moms." It was like,
and the crowd goes wild.
Yeah, you can't come back from that, man. You can't. I mean, that's like the ultimate yo mama joke, right?
Yeah.
Like, and like the worst part about it, stop sending shit. The worst part about it is like he's like the top mom joke giver, like your dad. You know?
Right.
Guess what?
Yeah, like he's living that life.
Yeah.
It's not a front.
Yeah, he
really is digging in.
He's
your mom.
about that life, you know? That's some real shit. That's not just a joke, man. That's real life. This
Digging
shit right
in your
here,
moms.
this shit called death. All right. Cat Williams.
I sent woke 4th of July because we kind of missed that. I was gonna squeeze it into the beginning, but it's a funny one.
I like it.
This is what happens when you try to tell your liberal friends Happy 4th of July, and they don't take kindly to that kind of positivity about the country.
Well,
We don't take kindly to that down here.
let me zoom out a little
The
bit.
audio is great in this, so
I'm gonna make sure I
for
pump that up. I just want to make sure I don't crop anything.
listen
out
for
of
the
this
liberals in
video.
the background.
Is there any text that we got to worry about, or can I just keep it like that? That's fine.
No, that's good.
Okay. Restart it. Come on.
Hey-o.
Titty.
Hey, happy 4th of July.
Wow. Oh, I didn't know you were a racist. That's crazy.
I just wanted to celebrate Independence Day.
Actually, we're on stolen land right now. Yeah, it's so stolen.
What about fireworks? We can do that, right?
Ooh, yeah. Ew, he obviously doesn't care about dogs or the environment. So many microplastics.
All right.
Oh my God.
It's so
wow.
Wow.
Actually,
it's kind of like
Ooh. Yeah. Wow. Actually, and ooh.
What about hot?
Actually.
Yeah. Actually, this is condescending vocal fry.
Dogs. Nothing wrong with that.
Eating meat in 2025 is actually crazy.
Ew, my God.
His
outfit is so stupid.
Hey, happy 4th of July.
Wow.
You literally can't do anything fun. You're taking the fun away. Stop it.
That's kind of how it feels. Felt this 4th of July to certain people that are like far left. You can't celebrate anything. You got to focus on the negatives at all time.
Bro, and I feel like un-American from like far righty people because like you didn't do anything. What, do you fucking don't like America then? You pussy.
Yeah, you
like,
get
no,
it from
dude.
both ends.
I was just trying to just chill. Yeah, whatever, pussy. You fucking un-American piece of shit.
Wow.
Oh my
That's
God.
actually, like so racist.
Really? Ooh. Actually.
It reminds me of the beer skit that you did where you guys were just beer snobs.
Oh,
was this beer blessed by a Native American? Were there any Native Americans present during the brewing of this beer? You guys were just snobs about every single thing.
Listen to this guy. We're not gonna play the whole video. It's just the first few cracks. This guy has really bad posture. It's actually called something like he's got a hunch in his back, and like it's honestly you would think like, yo, hold up. I didn't see the Andrew Tate news. Sorry, Brock. Hold on.
Sorry, I keep sending shit. I'm not gonna send it.
Can you Google Andrew Tate real quick and see what Andrew Tate news just happened? Someone just said, "Yo, you see the Andrew Tate news?"
Tate news.
What does it say?
Let's see. UFC debut. Oh, he's thinking about joining the White House UFC card.
Boring.
Yeah.
I'll draw my Bugatti there.
Wait, that was 2 days ago. I don't know.
I typed him in. I didn't get nothing out.
Huh.
Maybe it's not
He's a former kickboxer, and yeah, he's facing multiple legal battles and scrutiny, but he is trying to get on that card. So I guess that's what it was.
That's all it is trying to get on the. Okay, that I thought
Good
it was
luck, buddy.
cooler than that. I thought it was cooler than that.
Nah, it ain't cool. That shit ain't cool.
Face capitation, yeah, there's nothing. Don't bullshit. I don't know. Okay, so while we're doing that, just listen to this. So I don't even know if this guy should go to a chiropractor. Like, you know, how do you feel about chiropractors? Some of it seems a little hoo-hoo to me because it like they're kind of putting your body in compromising positions and really giving force to areas. And like some of these chiropractors don't require an MRI before you go there. So how do they know they're not further damaging you? You know, like there's a lot of, I trust some places who want to see a nice like x-ray. They want to see an MRI to make sure, okay, what we're kind of working with. Some places just start fucking cracking you without like, oh, you feel a little pain here? Okay, let's start doing that. Like they're not actual doctors.
It's pretty rare that they fuck something up, but it's still very risky. I mean, if you make the wrong move, you can kill somebody.
Yeah, especially if you don't know what your issue is. And a lot of these things, it's just it's releasing something and it's not treating what the cause is.
Right.
I used to really like going to them, but I can't do it anymore. Just for
You got
medical
the full
reasons.
crack and all that?
I used to do, like I used to get it all the time. Like in the Army, it was free. We had a base. Well, I was stationed at an Air Force base at one point because the Army bases they don't give you that. But at the Air Force base I was at, they're spoiled. They get chiropractic, so we got it because we were there, and I used to do it there. But my doctor told me I can't do it.
I'll tell you what, the best treatment, other than like stretching on your own safely, is have you ever been to the stretch zone? You know what that is?
Where they stretch you?
What's like a porno?
Yeah. So kinda. They put you in some gay positions for sure. But they just lift your leg. Like I have lower back problems. They lift your leg beyond the point where it is comfortable and they hold that shit. And it fucking hurts. But by the time you leave, your posture is fixed.
Yeah, but then it does eventually go back to normal.
It goes back.
The
And
problem
if
with
you
stretching,
went there all the time, it would fix it, but your body wants to go back to it.
The problem with stretching is you're not doing it yourself. You're forcing yourself to stretch. So it's not, if you're doing like a loaded stretch, a weighted stretch, you're actually training your body to get in that stretch position as opposed to forcing it. So like when you force that stretch, you're always going to go back to normal. If you start to work the loaded stretch, that's where you'll find a lot more differences come in. But just chiropractors in general are fucking crazy. Check this guy out. Listen to some of the noises he made. Cranston, have you made these noises? Duke, have you made these noises? This guy is like...
You'll hear your back go...
It's freaky for sure.
Listen to this.
Sorry for being so rigid. You know?
You've got nothing to be sorry about.
Definitely. Now that's freaky, the neck.
Right here, this one.
It doesn't actually hurt. It feels good. It's just free. You're not used to it.
Yeah, no, okay. I don't know about this guy. This guy has like an actual...
That I never heard before.
This guy has an actual hump in his back. I'm not sure.
Just broke his
From
neck.
here to here.
Yeah.
He can barely talk.
Was so stiff, and then you like dislocated it. Oh.
He's so like, oh. Watch what. Listen.
That's good, man. I need that. I need that.
This poor guy. Oh! No. These are good noises.
Catch your breath.
Like that doesn't sound like it's good, man. This guy has
Sounds like he's fucking him.
He has an actual hump on his back, and the guy's just like shoving it.
Wow, really?
Yeah, actually.
Look
at this hump. Look at this hump. Look at this hump.
What a pussy. I'm sorry. What the fuck? This guy. What a loser.
It's ironic. Whenever you press right here, I have no pain right here. All the pain is like right here.
Oh, really?
I think that's how the
shit. He just did the wrong part.
One more funny noise.
Thought that hurt? Check this out. Damn, I want all of this.
Do you make
I really
those
want
noises?
this to happen. It's so good. He's just a pussy, honestly.
or it kind of hurts. You know, like
No,
if you
it
haven't
doesn't
stretched and you're stiff and you're being forced quickly into elongated
Maybe if he's,
positions,
like, bigger.
you can't say it made like there's a possibility it hurts.
Yeah, maybe.
Most definitely.
I've never had
especially if
pain.
you're stiff like that guy. You're very rigid and you're being
Stiff
forced.
Richard, where you at?
Stiff,
We need
rigid.
to get you on this shit. We need to make you loose, Richard.
Stiff
loose
rigid.
dick.
All right. Well,
we sent a couple in the chat. I don't know if you want to look at a couple videos.
As we've been doing.
As we have been, yes.
We will continue the video looking. Let's see.
There's the trans couple that has a sex doll.
Oh yes, that was going to be in weird news, but that's a great excuse to play that one.
As a third member of the relationship, and they're okay with it. It works for them.
We've covered a few people having relationships with dolls before.
Unfortunately,
but never
one of them
threesome.
a person we know. But
right, but never. There has never been a third party in it, and they're like, "Yeah, no, I'm cool with it." It's like, what? I mean, I guess it's better than him cheating, right? He's just fucking the doll all day.
Yeah, that's what they kind of discuss. Like, the trans woman is like, "No, it's fine. He can fuck that."
What
thing
if you
as much
come
as he
home
wants."
though, and like he's all spent from doll time? He doesn't want to give you
No.
attention. And then
You
there's going to
can't
cause a
pound your
rift.
ass.
It's going to cause a rift. Oh, of course, there's no audio. Oh boy.
I'm busy and he's working from home, and sometimes I work 12 hours. I have a little bit of fears of abandonment in my life.
You think?
Yeah.
The guy who's
Yeah, a
dating
couple
and
things
fucking a
going on.
doll. He's like, this is now his statement. There is now redundant. Like, we've seen what you're doing. We don't need to. We get it. You've got abandonment issues, bro.
I just need a
We
little
know
bit
your
of a
situation.
Yeah, we know your situation. Look, have you seen yourself?
a stepping stone to fill a void in my life. If my partner is now around. I think it's brought him out of his shell.
Like literally, like you have a significant other, and they're not there for 8 hours, and you melt down. Oh
Yeah.
God! Oh shit! They've left me. It's like, dude, you're at their house, man.
I think also that it's kind of telling. It's like you'd rather fuck a doll than your girlfriend.
Yeah. He doesn't want to say, I made a mistake.
Yeah, right.
I made a clear mistake here. I've miscalculated what I like.
No, it's good. I'm gonna fuck my doll.
Yeah.
Go to sleep.
You want to fuck my?
No.
You want to have sex with my dick pussy? It's like, I want to talk to Jennifer.
My neo-vag.
Yeah. You like
clean them shits.
You like my ball bag? You want to lick that?
Oh.
He's more outgoing. He's actually more talkative, and Makita keeps him company. It's not like when I'm not home that he's just.
Yo, isn't that a bad thing? Like, your guy has a doll and he's now more talkative. Like, does that mean he's talking to the doll and like having
He's
conversation
talking to
with
the
it?
doll.
Yeah.
And it really opens him up. Yeah, I mean, this whole thing is just very dysfunctional and strange. But hey, to each their own.
I forgot what I labeled this as, but where is the it's in weird news. Like, the title of it has never been a more like it's a very all-encompassing 2025 title. Man is dating a doll and his trans girlfriend doesn't care.
Yeah, approves or whatever.
No, but that's like, man is dating a doll
Doesn't care.
and his trans girlfriend doesn't care. There's a lot going on.
There is
in the sentence, let alone the
Admittedly
video.
so.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Admittedly so. At least they admit it, right?
Right.
I have abandonment issues, so
They're having a good time.
I fuck a doll, and my trans girlfriend, she's cool with it.
I come in it.
Yeah, I don't come in her though.
No. Don't
I
want
do
that stink.
lick the ball bag.
Just making love with Makita 24/7 or something like that. He treats Makita with respect. I think Makita has
Doesn't treat me with respect, but treats the fucking doll with respect. How do you not get resentment? Okay. Anyways,
little jealousy, from her. Oh, you're hanging out with Makita again, huh?
He smacks me around, but at least he's nice to the fucking doll, right?
I see you give Makita massages, and I see you give Makita. I see you whisper her sweet nothings. Where are my sweet nothings?
It's like Gary Coleman's relationship.
Yeah.
Poor tranny.
Slaps him around.
I don't know if it keeps going or not. Starts
oh my
over.
God.
Helped our relationship because while I'm at work, she's.
Yeah, it started over.
Oh, well. There it is.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Makita.
Get your fucking dolls. Come in them. If you're in a trans relationship and you're regretting it, just get a doll so you don't have to fuck the trans anymore.
Yeah.
That's like that
That's a
movie
great-
Companion, man. I tell you, you need to
There's
watch
so
that.
many of those. There's
It's on,
fucking the Ryan Gosling one.
Lars and the
there's
Real
her.
HBO. It's on HBO. They had that was like a whole thing where they have like sex bots, but then they start like jailbreaking it, so like hacking it so they can do all this shit, and they
That
like were
shit's
hacking
getting
it.
real too, by the way.
And they're like hacking them in this movie anyway. They hacked it so that it would like kill people, you know, like, and it was like, so the murderer was really the dude, but the dude like, he hacked the robot, like jailbroke it, you know, to go kill somebody,
weird.
and then like explain it like the robot was just glitching and he didn't know that it did that or whatever. And there's this part in the movie, like they call tech support and he's like, I don't know what happened. And the guys are in the truck and he's like, they're the guys from the company that come to fix it. And they're like, yeah, we got another one who tried to hack it. Some shit.
Okay, you sold me. I got to see this weird shit.
It was really good. Because it's actually from the point of view like that the robot is actually like the innocent one in it, even though the robot killed somebody, it was like in self-defense and they set the whole thing up so the robot would kill somebody.
Okay, again, what's the title?
Companion.
Companion.
Got it.
It's on HBO right now, like on their HBO streaming thing. They just changed from Max to HBO Max today. Yeah, it's on there. It's actually was really good. It was in the theater last year or this year. It's really good. Much better than I thought it was going to be.
There's a video of a
Robot
crackhead.
fucking. Yeah. Just a crackhead?
Crackhead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I posted that. He kind of reminded me of the Big Dog guy.
Yeah, he does. He looks like him.
This shit don't sleep, big dog.
But I think it's
What the
it's
fuck you
different.
doing, huh? Hey, man, shit, man. You see anybody down the street, bro? Let me see. No, I don't see nobody, man. Why you in the truck? Man, them motherfuckers serious, bro. Them motherfuckers is serious. I'm telling you now, them motherfuckers serious, man. That motherfucker got hold of me, man. They tore my ass up, man. That broke loose, goddamn me. They running around here every goddamn well. What you did? Man, I ain't did nothing. That boy said he seen me in his backyard. I wasn't in no damn backyard, man. How the hell I'm in the backyard? Shit. I got me come out to talk to him. Them motherfuckers got on my ass like bumblebees. Hey, man, look, hey, look. Man, can you give me a ride out, dog? Why you keep
I was waiting for the money or a ride. You know, yeah, but seriously, can you give me a ride? No, but
that's why you don't talk to crackheads. Is they always want something. You can't just have a normal conversation.
Look at those eyes right there.
That looks like the guy. It's not him.
Let's do a nothing funny.
That's
Zoom.
why I posted it. He reminded
That looks
me.
like Big Dog.
It reminded me a bit. I thought there was a
I
part
think
he
it
said
is.
Big Dog in it too.
I think it is. Because he was doing
that's
the same
guy that fucks with this homeless guy.
Can you help me, big dog? It's probably the drug dealer. Probably,
Yeah.
Like he goes outside and like Buddy's just kind of under the SUV there, kind of sitting there. What's up, man? You know, he's the kind of eggs him on. What's up, man?
Yeah, exactly.
Ain't that driving around here, though?
Man, give me a ride.
Man, you know I can't have all that going on around here, man. Why you keep coming around here?
I wonder if it's a sketch. I wonder if it's fake.
It might be. I don't know. This guy's really good, though. He's got that crackhead bit down. Better than Tyrone Bigham's.
Yeah, because maybe he was a former crackhead. Maybe he's a
he
crackhead.
gives him crack before he shoots.
Yeah,
He's
got
like,
in the wrong
"Here you go."
stuff.
Still be quiet, man. They still walking around looking for me, man. God damn.
I think it's fake.
Man, they done
I'm calling fake. Like, you see how he went from one expression to then the crack expression?
tore my ass up, man. I ain't got no clothes, man. God damn. Huh? You ain't seen them around here?
Nah.
Man, them motherfuckers walking around looking for my black ass, man.
Oh, let it go! Let it go!
Yeah, it's fake.
Aw, damn. This guy's too good.
Right there.
We fell for it last time, though.
He's good, though. Like, he's a
This
good...
shit don't sleep.
Yeah, exactly. He's good, though. He's good at playing the crackhead. He really is.
Damn.
It's kind of a bummer, right? We just kind of found out that our crackhead brother is his damn fate is still real to me. Damn it, it's still real to me. All right, I think I got to call it on that one.
Okay. That's fine with me. We always got more.
There's always
and it's
more.
good to have leftovers and stuff to save for next time. So
we don't got to steamroll through everything all the time just to get it done, you know?
I had a good time.
We can tease the people to talk for next week because we got some good ones. I'm not gonna lie to you, we got some good ones.
Yes. And again, anybody in the chat or anybody that in the chat that knows people that are fucking weird on TikTok, send them our way.
What is
gmail.com or is that where I send them?
Yeah, nothingfunny@gmail.com, exactly. Or find us on any of the social medias, Nothing Funny Show. Hit us up on Instagram or Facebook.
We're pretty responsive, yeah.
Yeah. We get the notifications, don't you worry.
Yeah. I'm on there 24/7 looking for you fucking freaks.
And send your Bobs and Vagana.
Yeah.
Yes,
to that email address and Duke's new friend.
Yep. Jay.
We'll have the
Jay Hook.
FBI call you soon.
Jay Hooker.
About them Nazis in the police department and Elon Musk.
Tag the FBI.
Maybe we'll get
inbred, so.
Martha to hang out with Jay Hooks.
And
You know,
please
like
don't
my
kill
guy will
us,
hang out with
don't
your
stalk
guy.
us.
Please
Just stalk
don't.
Duke. No, don't stalk Cranston, just Duke.
Just Duke. Okay, I'll take it.
All right. Thank you so much. Give us a like, give us a sub, share the episode out if you feel so inclined. We appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with the Nothing Funny Show. Duke and Cranston, take us away. Oh, shout out Jen Kuzia, Read Between the Lines, Stiff Richard, Garrett, Shamrock, everyone else that hung out with us tonight. Appreciate you, as always.
Thank y'all. I'll be transitioning next week. My name will be Duchess.
Your name's Duchess now?
Pretty soon.
Hi, Duchess. Have a good...
Hi, y'all. I gotta shave this mustache first.
I gotta shave the mustache. All right, then, player. Stay up. Stay up, player.
Send Bob's and Vagana. Not for me.
Send Bob's and Vagana to old Cock and Balls over there.
Send me the cock and balls.
Cranston Cock and Balls. We'll see y'all later. Okay, bye.
Stiff Richie. Feel that.